Hello. Oh, oh, what a Monday. It's a Monday. Oh, and what a Monday it is. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hopefully you had a wonderful Memorial Day. Hopefully you all had a wonderful, relaxing, stress-free Monday. And if you didn't, well, I'm sorry to hear that. That is very sad. But now we are going to continue on our BattleTech adventures. Doing BattleTech things. Mostly revolving around shooting people. Bad people, obviously, because we're the good guys. We're the good guys in any story, actually. I could prove it to you mathematically. Because if bank account means good, if bank account number going up means good, then we are by far we are the good guys, because we have yet to hit the negatives, okay? And I've got it on good authority. That is a good way. Fucker, you could be defending Rome, but no. No, it's Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day. And we need to... Look, I would feel... It would be wrong not to play a little... Just a little bit. Just a little bit of Flashpoint. Okay? Because I haven't played these. So I just assume... they're crap. But I could be wrong. And for all I know, maybe there's some story in here somewhere. I have no idea. Also, happy Memorial Day, fucker. How are you, sir? How was your Memorial Day? Hopefully you had steaks, possibly ham, maybe beer, pizza, tacos. None of that. You had none of that. Okay, so you had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner. Got it. No nice things? Dude, okay, I just have to send you, like, some steak. I'm going to have to send you, like, a steak. I don't know how I'm going to send you steak, but I feel like I have to... Oh, no, we're not. Okay, so here's the problem. See, now she's going... Okay, they're going after the Taurians. So apparently they're still... Okay, I could have sworn that we were no longer in direct conflict with the Taurians, but I guess we are. So let's go back to the mech bay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you don't get nice things. I'm very sorry to hear that. I hope that you get nice things. Yes, kitty. Come here, kitty. You know, I was under the impression that the Taurians and them were now on peaceful relations, but didn't sound like it. Didn't even have a PB. Dude, eat something, man. Like, what did you... Okay, all right. What did you have for dinner? Have you had dinner? Why have you not had dinner yet? Nothing. Eat, good lord. You're one of those people that's like, I could go, like, I don't even eat breakfast. I have a cigarette and a piece of toast, and I don't even have the toast, I just have the crust. You know, you're one of those people. You're one of those weird people that just goes, yeah, I don't even bother with it, you know? You know, it's, food is just not, it's a weakness. Bacon and bullets for breakfast. Okay, so you have nothing.
I'll get the team on it right away.
Good God. You're one of those nasty, disgusting people that's like cigarette and coffee. And then people like me are going, how do you function? Like, I understand that not everybody has what I have for breakfast, and I get that, and I'm okay with it. I can live with that. Ooh, tag. I'm gonna have to buy that.
New weapon systems available.
But, like, everybody needs to have something for breakfast. And I get, like, you can have different things for breakfast. It's okay. You don't have to have all the nice things. You don't have to have bacon and eggs for breakfast, or steak, or whatever. You don't have to have it, but you should have something for breakfast. But, you know, you didn't even have a... It's Memorial Day weekend, and you didn't even have a nice dinner. Come on, man. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. My dinner, like, started at, like, you know, 2, but, you know, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so we're going... No. We're gonna do an urban environment. We're gonna max the money out. We don't even care about the salvage. All right, no, hold on. I have to actually wait for my repairs to be done. But that's horrifying. The fact that you didn't have that. Inner sphere politics impact everything they touch, even down here in the periphery. Flashpoints between the great houses are developing all over the map, and our faction reps are paying good money to resolve them. We're talking about high-risk, high-reward jobs composed of multiple combat drops with rewards at the end of match. I'll post any active flashpoints on the star map, Commander. You can review them when you're ready. Nice.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Alright. Now, we have yet to come across a good Marauder, so maybe one of these has one, but we're never going to find out because we need to make some money back. Beach Ball, my dear, you barely made it out of there alive. Atlas 2, 1 AC-20 ER medium lasers, LRM-20, and basically it's the same kit as this, except not as good because my Atlas one is better. So let's throw this in here. You're going to go on the Cyclops. Archer, Highlander. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good loadout. I mean, the Rifleman, I would like to keep you around, but, you know. Yeah, I think this is a good loadout. I got nothing but heavy mechs and assault mechs. Oh, man. Oh, man. You see, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really have a lot to talk about tonight. I mean, I could talk about the Ricada stuff because I have been watching that with interest, but I just kind of feel bad. I feel bad for that guy. But then again, I usually feel bad for people that kind of like watch their lives implode and set fire and then implode again and then get set on fire. Especially people that, you know, succumb to their vices. But that just seems boring and sad. What did he supposedly do? So Ricada was a law streamer. And it's hard to say. I haven't kept track of him. So I know who he is. Oh, okay. So allegedly, and this is again, like, you know, you're getting a snapshot into what's actually happening, and then you have speculation, and then you have what the police report says. Police report has a bunch of drug charges, along with firearm charges. Now, no reckless endangerment with a firearm or no assault with a firearm. None of that. It's just like loose firearms. So, like, you know, somebody could get them if they wanted to, right? So in the case of, like, if, you know, the way, you know, this, not to out anybody, but, like, you know, there are people in my family that I grew up with that would keep, like, a loaded pistol on their nightstand, you know, and in some states that's illegal. Now, I don't know exactly what that was in their, I don't know what that is in their area, but allegedly they had easy access to their firearms in their home. I don't know to what extent that means. I don't know where they found them. I don't know how they were stored or if they were stored at all. For all I know, maybe he was using it as a pillow. I have no idea. So you have that. You have an alleged discharge of a firearm negligently in the house. But the part that gets me the most, and this is kind of the part that I feel bad about. Oh, hold on, let's just do this. Your target is the nearby Torian base. Assault the base and destroy enough of it to force the Torians to abandon the location. We should expect strong opposition on this one. Be wary, Commander. Oliveira out. The part that kind of gets me on this one, it's not like a safe will stop anyone who really wants them. There are no guarantees of storing value. No, I get that, right? And I'm not even worried about that. It's just sad because of, you know, it's kind of like when you watch somebody that, you know, fall from grace. You know, no, I don't like to watch anybody fail. I really don't like to watch anybody get in trouble either.
On my way.
I mean, even people that I don't like, I usually don't like them falling so hard and so far that it kind of just, you know, it destroys any chance they have of probably recovering, right? I'm not saying that that's what this guy has, but that's what I see it as. It's like, man, this is a really nasty fall. Especially from what he used to be, or at least from I pictured him to be, right?
Acknowledged.
But
Confirmed.
it is sad to me. But, you know, like everything else, nothing is ever going to be perfect. And, you know, the idea is, what was it, the old saying, never meet your heroes. And not that he's a hero of mine, but still, it's just kind of sad. I hate to see it. Alright, we're going to throw you right here. Ooh, a Cyclops. Fire! Anyway, so the one that really kind of gets me, though, is the very last charge. So I actually sent this to a lawyer friend of mine because I was like, I need some clarification on some things here because I'm curious. And one of the things I wanted to know is there was a charge from his wife, or not from his wife, for his wife, and that charge.
Enemy reinforcements detected.
Oh Lord, that charge was actually not just abuse, but it was abuse of a sexual and or physical nature of children. And I was like, no. I was like, come on, man. Come on, man. That part was like, man, I gotta know. And he never actually answered the question, which leads me to believe that it's not great. Now, that could be an alleged charge. I don't know. That could be, you know, like, hey, we suspect it based on the behavior. But it doesn't, like, it just breaks my heart, man. Fire! But I mean, that's not fun stuff to talk about. That's not funny. That's not doesn't make me laugh or smile. It just makes me go, oh god, I hate this. Stop shooting the archer. The archer's done nothing to you. Oh, that's right. I'm also not in any cover. Good lord, this is gonna suck.
Damage minimal.
They got a sensor lock on me.
But no, you're not wrong. I mean, like, you know, I don't even believe the idea that every single firearm should be stored in like a gun safe with 6 levels of security in order to do anything. I don't like that either. But it's just stupid. It's like, oh, I need a gun for home invasions and for self-defense. It's like, oh, I got an idea. What if you put it behind 7 barriers that you can't get to like easily? Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe if you're a retard. Meanwhile, in the rest of civilization, that's a terrible idea. But yeah, no, it just makes me sad. I hate to see that. All right, let's see. Can I? Well, oh, you know what? Let's just try to aim for your head. Let's see if we get lucky. We did not get lucky here. But I mean, I had a good Monday at the very minimum. I got the day off, which is like my first Memorial Day I've gotten off in I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably ever. I don't think I've ever gotten a day off for Memorial Day. So I'm kind of happy about that. Hit him again. Jeez, okay, I cannot hit the head at all. Those people are the same retards who think carrying a gun without one in the pipe is a good idea.
Commander.
See, I say, look, if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. If you are comfortable with it, then go for it. But, like, don't...
Heading out.
There are many things that are worth judging people over. Wow, I missed horribly. Good lord. The one thing that does the damage is the one thing you miss with. Thanks, bud.
Got it.
Still nothing. Oh, no. I mean, look, if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. If you are comfortable with it, then go for it.
Lock on me.
I don't really see anybody being a problem if they're not comfortable doing something like that. And you say, oh, but those people, they need to get more comfortable. No, I don't disagree. I mean, you should always be more comfortable with the things that that go bang and then people no longer exist. I agree with that entirely. However, if the argument's going to be, well, they shouldn't have anything, then I would disagree. You know, even if you're moderately trained with something, even if very skilled and practiced in drawing, it'll still take a relatively long time to draw. Adding 1 to 2 seconds to that is not the play. No, I agree. However, I have friends that are former military that refuse to keep one in the chamber because they're paranoid. They're scared that they think that they look at it and they say, look, the dangers of me misfiring or discharging negligently override everything else. And I was like, you know what? You've thought it through. I don't necessarily agree with your logic, but you've thought it through. You have a position. You have a reason for it. You know what? That's fine. I got no problem with it. I hope you never have to worry about this ever. Well, that pilot's not dead yet, which makes me unhappy.
Critical damage detected.
I am going to be in a bad shape soon. Yep, they're firing AC-20s at me at point-blank range. Good lord. Okay, Cyclops, do not die, please.
Reporting internal damage.
Oh, Jude, he thought he was going to knock out the Cyclops. Good lord.
Commander.
Alright, Beach Ball. Is that the gun with the... That's the medium laser. Hey, oh, jeez. Oh, they're aiming for the AC-20. Good lord. Jeez. Okay, time to back you way the hell up.
Location confirmed.
Alright, let's see. Can we finish you off?
Lock in target.
Yes, we can. Goodbye, Vector. Or not Vector. Goodbye, Victor. What's your vector, Victor?
Down.
Alright, one pilot down. Please don't blow up my AC-20.
You got nothing. You
How many assault mechs does it take to take out an assault mech? The answer might surprise you. Alright, let's see. Can we core this guy out, or can at least take out a leg? I might be able to do that. Let's just go for the head again. See if we get lucky. Come on, I only got it lucky once. Head hit, nice.
Waiting for orders.
Medium lasers, they're firing all around.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Oh my gosh. Come on, give me lucky. Luck be a... There we go! Boom! Headshot! Luck be a lady tonight.
And stay down.
Alright, 2 down. I know I've also got some reinforcements coming in on the side, but that's good. At least my Cyclops will hopefully be out of the range of fire for a little bit. Go ahead, shoot at the Atlas. Shoot at the giant thing made of nothing but armor. Mech Warrior 5 has taught me that Atlases never die. They only become reborn as something stronger and more terrifying. Don't shoot that thing. Good lord, don't shoot Beach Ball. Beach Ball's a very sensitive girl.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
I swear. No, 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 no! Well, there goes that AC-20.
Took a hit there. One less weapon, I guess. We can do this.
Hey, look, that's one way to look at this. That's one less thing I gotta worry about exploding. Alright, let's see. What can we hit him with? What do we got? Well, what did you do today, Fokker? Did you do anything fun today, or did you just be an unhappy person all day today? Come on, headshot. Headshot, headshot, headshot. Ammo can still explode. Not if it's already gone. Mostly unhappy. God dang it, man. Man, the Cyclops just gets nailed every time. I'm gonna have to eject her again.
Good.
Like, it just feels like the Cyclops is not worth the energy. Good lord. I feel like I should just eject. Yeah, I've already lost the AC-20. Yeah, basically, she's no longer useful. We might as well just get her out. I'm not even going to bother with it. There's literally zero reason to keep her around.
Commander?
It just feels like every time I use the Cyclops, it should be a nightmare massacre, but no, 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 no. Every single round is just meh. Let's throw the Highlander up here. I'm not in the ruined building. Okay, let's see here. Fire! Well, I'm sorry that you were mostly unhappy today, sir. I was hoping that you were going to tell me how you had, like, steaks, you made yourself something nice, you're doing great, but no, you're just unhappy again. I'm sorry to hear that. So what did you end up doing today? Because okay, so my day started off with a trip to the dairy. Geisha and I grabbed ourselves some raw milk. Then we went swimming, you know. Mostly just so I could see Geisha in her new bikini, but don't worry about that, that's not a problem. Nor was I using it as an excuse. It was totally realistic, totally normal.
Okay, that was bad.
Some things never change.
They've got a lock on me.
Me as a teenager and me now, some things just never change. It's like, how can I get you in the least amount of clothing as possible? I have an idea. Oh, good lord. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a catapult. God dang it, man. They love these things. They love catapults. It is a nightmare scenario. I have no idea how these people actually function, just because everything's a freaking catapult. Hit him in the head. You missed. Makes me sad. Oh, an awesome. Alright, time to back you up, because my Highlander's getting smacked around like a $2 whore. Oh, but you're overheating. Very good.
Yes, Commander.
I need Inferno rounds, is what I need. Alright, so I can't hit you here. I can hit you here, though, which is weird. Only a 40% chance, though. Whatever, I'll take it. Whoops. Well, whatever that was is now dead, so that sucks. That is very unfortunate for whoever owned that building. Oof. God dang, man. Jeez, they weren't kidding around when they said this is going to be a hard fight. Good lord.
Coordinates received.
Alright, now let's see if we get lucky.
All weapons are go.
Boom! Nice! Headshot.
Mech destroyed.
Look at all those pieces falling down around me. That's how you know we did good. Yeah, go ahead. Good. Target lock me. It's cool. Yeah, go ahead and hit the Atlas. I got defenses. 40% damage reduction. Go ahead. Hit me. Hit me. I dare you. So what if you won? So what if you hit me? I'm just going to hit you right back. Oh man. When people say Happy Memorial Day, I always get kind of confused by that, and I was like, why are we saying Happy Memorial Day? Not that I'm saying you can't. I'm just like, it's always kind of weirded me out a little bit. Like, you do realize this is a holiday for, like, when bad stuff happens. Like, I mean, not bad stuff, but it's people died. Like, it's not exactly one of those happy-go-lucky days, you know? It's not Christmas. Like, oh, happy holidays. Like, oh, Merry Christmas. Like, no, it's... Dude, are you about to shut yourself down? Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Damage minor. Commander?
Shutdown alert. What if I throw those down? Nope. Nope. Throw that in. Nope. Shutdown alert. I'm barely making it with that. Ugh. Ugh. I thought Memorial Day was all about sales and barbecue. Was it about sales? I mean, well, yeah, there's always the car sales aspect. Of course there's the car sales aspect. You know, let's just stay there. Let's go to here. Let's move you here. My Gauss rifle's been hit. Gonna back you up. How much armor you got there? 60, that does 75, plus another 100. Yeah, that's not gonna... Oh, that might do it, but let's find out. Can we knock you down, Mr. Banshee?
Firing.
I doubt it, but let's see if we can. Oof! Got close, though. Got really close. Oof.
That hurt. Good to go.
Let's see if we can just hit you once with something nice. Oh, you're in cover. Good. I hate you so much. And it's only got a 50% chance to hit. Let's just go with the stuff that's going to hit. And let's see here. You know, let's do multi-targeting. This one, you're going to get that. This one gets the rest.
Affirmative.
That's a good hit, and then let's see if we can do some damage. It bumps my heat up a little bit, but let's see what we get out of it. Oh, God! Stop shooting my Atlas.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
Mm-hmm.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Good Lord. Oh, God. Oof. Gee, I wish I had 2 full lances of heavy mechs and assault mechs. Good Lord. I may have to abandon this
Armor
mission.
breach. Internal damage.
Good God.
Come on, Net Warriors.
I thought the urban fight would be actually in my favor, but man, was I wrong. Boy, did I make a boo-boo. Maybe if I had like a... Oh, see, at least I hit the head there. There we go. Maybe if I had a Marauder, it would have been easier, but nope. They are just nailing me, and this Atlas can only take so much more.
Easy on the armor.
Receiving you.
How much did I hit? I barely hit the head. Good Lord. Let's see. What's the price of leaving? We're not going to restart. Are you sure? I mean, we've already lost one. We're not getting anything out of this. We're out of here.
The commander order.
Yeah, we're not. We were not going to win that fight. They were going to surround us. They had fire superiority. I had nothing. Part of your problem is you're just doing slugfest instead of moving and shooting. There's nowhere to go. I mean, that's kind of the problem. There was nowhere to go. At least from what I can see. Because even if I'm moving and shooting, I've got a bunch of slow mechs. I mean, the Archer was probably the fastest thing I had there. You got evasion bonuses. I do, but then I don't get the defenses. And they're going to outpower me with just sheer firepower. They were all, you know... I just didn't see any way we're going to get around that. But we'll see if we can get some better responses next time. And come on, who doesn't like just a straight-out firefight? I'm halfway tempted to not even fix the Cyclops. That thing just gets beat to hell every single time I touch it. Even if I'm moving it around, it just keeps getting massacred every single time. Like, this thing, every single mission comes back with broken parts.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Let's repair that. Yeah, plus I was going to lose something like a Gauss rifle, which, not going to lie, I don't really have the money for that. I don't even have a replacement for that. So if I lose that, I'm screwed. Squeeze the ice ball planet for all it's got. Let's see here. Trade for supplies. Let's see what we got. Hey, plus 4 tech points. See, always take the option. See, that's one of the things I always don't like about that either. Is usually games like to give people the, oh yeah, if you do this, no matter what, it's a good thing. Like, be the good guy, and you'll always come out ahead.
Reporting.
Oh, color challenge gets a promotion. Look at that.
Orders?
Dicker gets his final upgrade.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Good to go.
Glitch. Hobo.
Yeah, Commander.
Switch.
Orders?
Wage slave Jamal. He has been promoted from intern to wage slave. Man, think about that. Moving up in the world. Wow, I did take a massive hit there. Alright. Every single one of these is a 4-star fight. Oh, not against pirates. No, we like pirates. Against the Taurians, I like that idea. Let's do... It's a battle, defeat in detail.
Roger that, Commander.
Let's see what we got.
Course plotted.
Whee! The Coke can in the sky. Send them to sell things in the simulator. There you go. Look at that. Color challenged and wage slave. They got 100 experience by beating the crap out of each other in the actual, in the simulator. Just like the simulation. Oh, man. You know, somewhere in the BattleTech universe, I think there's a planet just full of all the horrible things that the galaxy has in store. Oh, God, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Like, hey, this is an ice ball. What's on the ice ball? Underneath that ice ball is, like, the Thing, aliens, like, you know, all the horrible sci-fi horror crap that could possibly exist is on one planet just frozen to death. Just that's what it all is, just frozen.
That work order's complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Oh, of course, yes. The engineer that did the work is obviously going to tell you they did the work really
Roger
well.
that, Commander. I'll get the crew.
What's that? Oh, habitation. I don't care about habitation pods. I have all the pilots I need anyway.
I've got the financial report.
Oh, I've burned through so much money. I need money. I need money. Oh my gosh, I'm just burning cash. God dang it, man. I will say this. This game is just it never ceases to amaze me. This game's actual just overall cinematics is absolutely beautiful. It just to this day, it's just like, oh man, this looks so good. Warhammer 7A. Double heat sinks. Ooh, a Gauss rifle. -2. Oh my gosh, you're telling me I can throw... Oh, Inferno rockets. Inferno rockets. This would actually be really useful. TTS. Alright, so Infernos, I'm going to buy those.
New weapon systems available.
The Gauss ER medium laser, that's expensive. It's nice, but it's expensive. Gauss ammo, very good. Now what do we get over here? Please tell me you have Inferno ammunition. Oh, you don't have Inferno ammunition. Do I have Inferno ammunition? I don't even know. But if I can throw Infernos on there, I'd be or on something, I'd be very happy, because that would really help me out in some of these fights that are just slugfests. I really don't have many fights. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I really don't have any melee fights. Nor do I DFA that much. And they don't really... That's sort of the thing that I didn't like about this game too much, is they really don't lean into mechs that do melee damage, or at least if they do, I've yet to see it. My understanding is, like, the Vulcan is a really good melee mech. The problem is, it's fast, it can hit hard, all that, but like in melee, it just doesn't seem to do a whole lot. It's not really an option that I can see. Maybe I just haven't built a mech for it just yet. Let's see here. What can I throw these on? What if I throw them on the Highlander? Get some missiles. No, missiles. Oh, good. I was able to be productive with this final study. Well, I mean, right now, it's just a nice, chill, relaxed Memorial Day stream, unless you're not American. If you're not an American, then screw you. But if you're an American, welcome to the place where all the good things happen, right? Do we even have Inferno ammunition? I don't even know. Inferno ammunition. Let's see what we got. Where's ammunition? Ammo. Do I have Inferno? I don't even have Inferno ammunition. So this point is moot. And welcome to the stream, Rosal. How was your Memorial Day? Hopefully it was good. We're gonna go kill some. I don't know who they are, but we're working for pirates. Okay, look, I'm not gonna. We're raising the flag. Just a government final and an environmental science final. I have good grades. I'd be fine. Well, I believe you, and I think that you're gonna do great, buddy. You're gonna do fine. One way or the other, you're gonna do fine. I wouldn't even worry about it. We're gonna toss in another 100-ton mech here because I'm insane. It was alright. Had thunderstorms with it. Oh my god, that sounds fantastic, actually. See, I went and got some raw milk. We had a nice, lovely steak lunch dinner. And then we went swimming. And that was it. That was my day. Oh, okay, I take it back. I also did finish mounting my TV properly on the wall. After, like, doing this over the course of what feels like a week. And then I mounted the soundbar on the wall. And I realized that I had let the... I realized how much I hate Samsung for this one reason, which is not true. I like Samsung. Because they have this really weird, like, you know, fiddling system for the soundbar that lets it, like, stay secured against the wall. But, like, because of that, you have to kind of plan for it not to mount completely straight, so you have to offset for all that. And I drilled, like, 5 different holes in the wall, thinking that I had the right set, and I didn't. And so I ended up, like, I've got, like, a part of my wall that's just filled with, like, 6 holes for each peg going into the wall. And I finally sat down, covering up the hole where all the wires are hidden in the wall. And Geisha goes, baby, it's off center. And I go, motherfucker. I just said, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm not doing it anymore. You know, when it goes from 0 to 100, it was sunny. Then the rain was going to get legit horizontal. Oh, good lord. Still not clear as to how many enemy units are out there, but Maya's keeping an eye out. Affirmative. Affirmative. If I spot them, I'll give you a holler.
You think we'll see bears?
You think you might see bears as you step on them? Correct. You might do that.
Moving out.
Oh man. But hopefully you had a fun, relaxing Memorial Day, and if you didn't, it's probably because you're a horrible heathen.
Copy that.
Lurk time, but I'll be here. You lurk away, brother. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to go on tonight. I mean, I can talk about horrible stuff. I can talk about really, you know, the weird stuff that I've been kind of keeping up with, but for the most part, the only thing I can really think of is the. You know, let's talk about the stupidity of celebrities, because I have something to piss off. Oh, ouch. Heathen is a strong word for one of our individual most loyal viewers. It's okay. It's alright, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can make fun of people for all sorts of things. It's not your fault that you were born inferior and not an American. It's not your fault, but it's okay.
Position confirmed.
You can always change that whenever you want to. Besides, they're letting everybody in nowadays, so who the hell cares? They don't even care anymore. Oh wow, a cicada. God, I hope he doesn't hurt me. I am American. We are the same time zone, right? Eastern Standard Time. Try again. We are not the same. We were not built the same. Alright, Archer. Do your stuff. Get rid of all those evasion points. There we go. Eastern Standard Time. Where do you think I am? You think I'm on the East Coast? Ew, disgusting. Disgusting. I am disgusted by this mere notion. The fact that I would be on the East Coast, disgusting. The same time zone as Baltimore? What have I done that makes you think that that's a good idea? I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. No, I'm in Central.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Which is the best time zone, because it's the Central time zone. Hey, look where all those points of agility got you there, bud. Now we're gonna turn off a few things here, and we're gonna core you out. See, look. Now you gotta come at me like men.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro. Arizona best time zone. None of that DST bullshit. Oh yeah, you have your own bullshit, dude. Commander, I've got a leopard inbound to your location. Guessing it's not friendly. That's okay, because they're gonna walk at me one at a time in the best. Tactically speaking, they're gonna walk at me in the best way possible. All right, we're gonna move. Oof, 70-ton mech. I do not want to. I'm on the border edge of the map too. Good lord. What if I move you here? What is that? It's a cataphract. Ah, very good. Oh, I should have just reserved my turn. I don't know why I did that. Good lord, what a waste.
Damage minimal.
No humidity, no DST. What's the downside? Marauder! I've been searching for you my whole life. You are my white whale, and you're about to be crippled.
Yes, Commander.
Hit him with everything you got. I'm setting you loose. You're a loose cannon.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And I need those legs gone.
Coordinates received.
I want all those legs completely and utterly destroyed. Nothing left. Run up with the archer and punch the shit out of it. Well, I will later. There's that right leg. You don't need that, do you? Bye.
Yeah, critical hit.
I like that paint job, though. That white and red paint job. Very nice. It's about to look a lot better on the floor. And you got a pretty mouth. It's going to be even better whenever we get home.
Here we go.
Come on, blow that leg up, blow that. Both legs gone. Nice. I get to get some salvage, I think. Hold on, wait. Did I max out my money? I think I did. Crap, I may not get this. God darn it. Well, let's blow this guy's legs out, too. Might as well be good about it. You blew the shit out of it. I did. It lost almost the whole mech. No. No, don't say that. When you say that, it makes me feel bad. It makes it seem like I'm bad, okay? I didn't do too much damage to it. Look at Kintaro. Kintaro Adun Executor. No, it's fine. Fucker, it's fine. It's not broken. Look, it's just missing like an arm and like some legs and other things. Like, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, let's see if we can blow your legs out. Oh, there goes that leg. You dented the shit of it. That's not going to buff out. Look, it just needs some new paint, alright? With the right paint, you won't even notice the dent, okay? You won't even notice the dent, alright?
Yeah.
And in my neck of the woods, a little denting never hurt nobody. Now let's see how much. Oh, jeez. Okay, Atlas too. You've got way. Oh, that's because you got double heat sinks. That's why. Wow. Okay, now that's damage. That's some good old damage right there. I blew up both of its legs, and it's like, oh, the pilot got injured. No, the pilot's double dead. Now I see why the Atlas 2 is useful. It's got better heat sinks. I don't think I ever used that thing in my other playthrough. Now see, can I hit you with everything I got? Let's do it. And fire! You didn't need that arm. It's fine.
Target's taken a critical hit.
That's fine. Another one? Okay, so that's 2 extra lances coming in. Alright, well, I can do this. How dare you? How dare you aim at me, sir? How dare you fire at my
Barely hit,
Highlander?
Commander.
You aren't even here to fight me fair and square. I will teach you the error of your ways by shooting this man in the kneecaps. I can just see like some guy's like, some guy throws a rock at me and I just walk in with a 357 and just fire at some hobo's legs. He's like, but why? I'm like, because I'm angry. How dare somebody do this to me? I'm like Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man. How could you do this to me? Do you know how much I sacrificed? If he throws a rock, I'm okay with it. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? Gaza?
When you had the chance.
Jeez. Alright, so where can we go? I want them to come over here because that puts them in the open. Let's see here. Uh-oh. 70-tonner. Aggressors don't get to complain about the response. No, I'm not arguing that. What I'm simply saying is that it's funny. You don't want to get shot, don't attack people. See, that seems like a very, like, that isn't a very complex or nuanced position because it's very straightforward. However, some people don't like that, and I'll never understand why. It's like, what do you mean? Why do you care about your stuff more than their life? And it's like, why is that your go-to option? Like, oh, why is it that you think that you can attack people without any recourse? You should just call the cops. It's like, that just sounds so weak and bleh. No, you're not supposed to hurt me. You're supposed to get the police to come and arrest me. It's like, or I reserve my turn. They placed my stuff above their life when they tried to steal it or break it, whichever.
Orders?
I just never understood that argument. I was like, but doesn't that mean that, like...
Acknowledged.
Ooh, hello. A Warhammer 6R. What variant is the 6R? I have the 6D. Which means he has... Right? Is the 6D? I like how it's a Torian model and it doesn't have full armor, which is really funny to me. I guess I'll just blow it up.
Roger that.
It's got a missile pod on it, but, you know.
Commander.
Come on, ER laser. This is the emergency room laser. Yeah, I'll never understand that part where they get upset that
Oh, now I'm just
somebody's willing to actually defend their stuff. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like why would that surprise you? Why is that making you upset? Everything we have is a representation of our time that we will not get back. So breaking, stealing my stuff means I can never be truly whole from this. Even if it is replaced exactly, I was denied access to it for a time.
good to go.
I mean, there's some logic into that. I'm not sure if I agree with it entirely, but I agree with that. Like, you know, hey, that takes stuff away from me that I can't ever get
Don't need to
back.
tell me twice.
I think the issue is the fact that, you know, when you've done something to me, it's the litigation. It's the nightmare of me having to deal with it, right? There's a reason why there's people that take advantage of the crimes that really don't... that are enough to be warranted to stop, but aren't enough to actually do anything about. You know? Like, oh yeah, no, I could go after the kid that broke my window, but like... I mean, it's just not worth the effort to go after him. I'm not going to get anything out of it, and then I'm going to be spending tons of money when I can just get the window replaced, right?
I'm losing a lot of armor here.
It's an Atlas. Come on, man. And don't get me wrong, windows are expensive, but just like it, if you know that the kid broke it, you're not going to get anything out of the kid, right? So then what's the point? Oops, did I just end my turn? God darn it. Oh, I reserved it. Okay, that's fine. Roll up those legs. Get on your knees and tell me you love me. That's what I mean. I'm going to have to spend time pursuing restitution. I have to wait for it to be replaced, and it will cost me more money to get actual justice via the justice system. Look, my lawyer friend tells me one very important thing. Especially where I live, if you ever expect justice, I have a joke to tell you. And, you know... And I'm like, well, maybe. I mean, it's possible that you can get it in here, but it's not as likely as it was even a decade ago.
What can I do for you?
You know, a good judge is one that actually tries to apply the law equally, and of course the judges here don't want to do that. They're not as bad as the ones in, like, Wisconsin, or Wisconsin? Missouri? One of the, I don't know. But nor are they as bad as the ones in New York, but still. Fire!
Time to die.
There we go.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
But then again, I lost all faith in the justice system when something that not related to the justice system happened. There used to be a historical home not far from where I live. It's been there my entire life. And there was a beautiful old plantation home out there, very gorgeous, made of stone. It was a very old home. It was one of those things that when you looked at, you're like, wow, like it's a home that's been out here for so long. It's survived all these different things. Well, a basketball player came in one day and said, man, you know what make this place great? A clothing store. And so he opened a clothing store out there. It was a high-end retail clothing store in a suburb that was not, like, known for its just absolute wealth. I mean, you know, I'm not living in, you know, the highest income area possible. So this piece of property, by the way, is pretty big. Like, it's not like, oh, you have this tiny little piece of... No. There is... Let me do it this way. There are 3 buildings, or now there are... No, there's still 3 buildings. There were 3 buildings on this property. One of them was like a little, not a gondola, it's a little mezzanine, like a little place that, you know, you see in movies and TV shows where, like, the central park is. A little place you can have kind of like tea and place to eat. One of them is the servants' quarters, and then there was the main house. These aren't, like, massive buildings either. The servants' quarters is 2 stories, it's pretty good. And then you have the main building, which isn't a big building, but it's a bigger building. And then you have... Well, then you have the little mezzanine or whatever. The part that got me the most was the fact that he decided to say, well, I want to tear that beautiful building down. He tore it down. Destroyed it. Nothing left. There's a parking lot there with what is essentially a brick not even a brick warehouse. It is just a white warehouse. And every time I drive by it, I get so mad. Because I used to grow up looking at that building. And I was just like, man, I've never once, like, ever in my entire life said, hey, you shouldn't be allowed to do that with your property. Up until that moment. And I said, I now understand how these people think. Because, holy crap, this piece of shit just came in, bought this property from the guy who owned it, and then just simply ripped it down to build a warehouse. A warehouse for a business, by the way, that was doomed to failure. And so now we have this horrible eyesore. Oh, and by the way, the parking structures that he built were made of cloth. And so you have these cloth-topped parking structures that are just torn to shreds. This business lasted, like, I don't even know. It did not last long.
Confirmed.
And I sit there and I look at it and I was like, this jackass needs somebody to just, like, beat the snot out of him. Because holy crap, that's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Hostile eliminated.
Now, the servants' quarters is still standing, but the main house is not. And I was like, you had so much more space to build onto, but instead you chose, no. I'm going to tear down the main building so that I can build my warehouse where I can sell sneakers for $500, t-shirts for $900, socks for $300. Like, I mean, like, dude, this is for rich kids that have no sense of time or money. Good lord, I've already had my frickin' section blown out. But yeah, no, I that's one of those few moments that I was like, there's no justice in this world. This jackass gets to do that. I was so pissed off, and every time I look at it, I get more angry. Geisha's like, baby, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I was like, no, it's not, it's wrong. It's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, I know that he's allowed to do it. I'm just saying he shouldn't be doing that. And of course, his business went under within like 2 years, because you can't get away with selling somebody $900 pairs of sneakers and expect to make money. Oh, and he had like 6 staff that worked there. And I was like, dude, how much business do you think you were going to get? Like, seriously, how much business do you think you were going to get selling $900 pair of, like, sneakers or whatever?
Affirmative.
I guess it's because he was a basketball player, he thought he was going to get away with it. And I was like, this is the most retarded thing I've ever heard of.
That hit something good.
Oh, bye-bye. You can't get actual justice to the system anymore. Too many morons trying to avoid being the criminal for their actions.
Copy.
I mean, first off, anybody who's going to be convicted of anything doesn't want to be, you know, nobody wants to face the consequences of their actions. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. I don't think that's the issue.
Confirmed.
There we go. I think the issue is the fact that you've got people that say, hey, the fact that you have something and they don't means that inherently they're more entitled to whatever than you are. The sheer notion that the fact that you have something and they don't means that they're, you know, more noble than you. And that doesn't mean that there's not, like, you know, if you got your money doing something garbage, you know, like let's say you cheated a bunch of people, now I understand where some of that sentiment might come from, but, you know, the fact that you can sit there and say, no, all people are like this, and I was like, no, and if you have no, like I told him, all law is based off of morality. You know why I know this? Because all people vote based on their morality. Now, their morality may be garbage. Their morality may change with the wind, but people vote on their morals. People vote and they decide on their morals, and their all laws reflect that. You know, the lawyers may say otherwise, but my argument to my lawyer friend was, if law is not based off morality, you are not a lawyer. Because that is the only thing that people care about, is they care about their morality. You will not vote or do something inherently against what you believe to be true or right, especially if it's a voting thing. You know, if you think this person is a piece of garbage because, let's say, he's a womanizer, then, and you don't vote for him for that, that's your morality. It doesn't matter what he stands for. Now, the laws that he puts in place are still there, but all law is based off morality. Otherwise, we wouldn't have law.
Copy that.
Now, I also recognize the fact that this is a very muddy area. How do you, at what point can morality play into a legal code? No, I get that. But if you have no basis of morality for law, then you don't have law. You just have rules, which are very different.
Roger that. Firing on target.
And he didn't have much to say against that. He didn't agree with it, but he's like, I can't really argue against that. It's like, that's right, you can, because you understand on a fundamental level that this is true, but because you're a lawyer, you say this isn't right. And you're right, it's not. It's the weird quasi-relationship between law and the legal system. Dude, I just knocked both your arms off.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
That's awesome. And don't get me wrong, I understand that there's a place to go there, but if you cannot fundamentally agree the fact that there is a legal system that is based off morality, and you say no, then you're not a lawyer. You have no basis for being that. It's the same thing with a police officer. If a police officer says no, laws don't have morals, I would say then what's the point of having the law? Like, the reason we have, if there is no morality, there is no justice. So then how can you say we have laws? When laws are there to prevent injustice. So, or in the case that they're there to rectify or bring back in the balance of justice.
Good for now. Cooling down.
So, hey, punish those that are wrong, rehabilitate those that can be, punish those that can't. You know, there's all those different aspects of it. So then why would you... Oh, a king crab. Hello. Howdy doody. Would you like to be a new member of my Pokemon? And again, I see where I understand the other side of the argument, where they say no, law and you know, the legal system and law don't have to do that. Blow his balls off. Well, I would, but I don't think crabs have balls.
Roger.
Jeez, that leg that's halfway blown off is doing really well.
Got it. Got it.
Good lord. Destroy his legs with vast hatred. Oh, you know, extreme prejudice is definitely happening. But no, I always enjoy messing with my lawyer friend because he's good people. I like him. He's a good guy. But just
Affirmative.
I have to bring him back into the fold every now and again. I have to kind of tell him like, hey, you know, if you agree with this, like maybe you should double think. Maybe you should rethink that because you don't like the outcomes. That's what I told him. I told him, like, you know, if that's the case, then you're not a lawyer. The cop that arrested me is not a cop. And the politician that made that lawyer, good people, you sure about that? You sure about that? This guy is. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a lawyer. He does what he can. He's a medical lawyer most of the time. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I rely on him for lots of legal stuff.
Copy.
Not that I'm in trouble or anything. I always ask him, like, legal questions. And, you know, hey, can you point me in the direction of somebody that might answer this? Oh, nice!
Let's go!
Now, I'm not going to get that much salvage. Good lord, I wish I had chosen the salvage.
Resting my mech.
Come on, bud. I've got a 30-ton mech that needs to be introduced to some LRM-20s. He's a good guy. Former military, great dude,
Receiving you.
great sense of humor. A little stiff. He's a little stiff. He's got that lawyer mentality sometimes, and it makes it not that great.
smart.
He's got this
Bully.
very weird way of like looking at the world sometimes, and I always like to mess with him about it, and he can laugh at it. Like, we had a discussion about the purpose of war, and I was like, no, the purpose of war is not to win. The purpose of war is to kill as many people as possible. And I told him, I was like, war itself does not actually, you know, do much of anything. All it does is destroy a bunch of things, and, you know, the only reason it actually solves any problems is because it kills enough people to where the other side just goes fine. That's about it. That's what war does. And he didn't like that answer, because I was simplifying the argument down pretty far.
Full throttle.
Because, I mean, was it, what's his name? Is it Clausewitz? I think it's Clausewitz. Who said, war is not determined. Hold on, I'm trying to remember the exact phrase, but I can't, or the exact quote, but I may not be able to. It's, essentially, war is not decided by the aggressor. It's decided by, the defender. It's something along those lines, and I can't remember the exact words, but the idea is the fact that,
Hauling ass.
if the person you're aggressing against has not given up, the war is not over. It does not matter if you've destroyed every aspect of that person's or that group's like culture, their civilization, their industry. If they have decided the war is not over, the war is not over. And so war cannot be won in a war. War can only be won in the heart. And I was like, that's a very interesting statement because I don't disagree with it. I like that actually. That's why whenever we come up with the answer hearts and minds, you know, we have to win in the hearts and minds. That's right. You have to tell your enemy and then show your enemy that you have won on every level.
I hear ya.
There is no hope of victory.
Resting
You
my mech.
will capitulate. Otherwise, what you end up with... Oh my god, an urban mech. This is very fitting. I like this. A nation destroyed from within can always rise again. A nation destroyed from within is gone. Or a nation destroyed without can always rise again. A nation destroyed from within is gone forever. Pretty much. I mean, there's never been an instance that I'm aware of where a nation has fallen on itself and never risen again. But nations that have been destroyed from the outside, they can come back. Maybe not the same way, maybe not always the same power level, but they can always come back. And sometimes with a vengeance. Circa 1939. Sorry, 36. I don't get anything, do I? Oh, good. Okay, hold on. Marauder. Marauder. I finally got my first Marauder. Woo! LRM-5s. Is there anything else good here? Ooh, TTS. Well, the rest of the world set that up to happen. They took the punishments too far. Well, that's because they were all in the same boat. That's the sad truth. The reason why they punished Germany is because they have. This was the funniest thing about World War One that I think people tend to overlook. They spent so much time and energy and resources burning their civilizations to the ground. Like, this is one of the things that I always get.
For fighting.
I always okay. Sorry, I would say this. Some people get mad at me for saying this, but like my mom especially. I was like the British Royal Crown, French, the Germans, everyone set fire to their nation for no reason. None. Zero. It was a waste of time and energy to fight in World War One. And they just didn't know better. They didn't know. And I would like to say that's not an excuse. No, it is an excuse. In this case, it is. They didn't know any better. They had no idea what they were walking into. They had no idea what they were going to be walking into. And so you start churning bodies out the way they did, and you still have to answer to the people that you work with. You still have to answer to the people that you are supposedly representing. You still have to talk and deal with these people. Good Lord, imagine all the widows and the women and all the children that grew up, and you realize you burned your nation, your parents, your friends, your family on a battlefield that was literally a meat grinder. And the answer was, what did you get out of it? The answer is nothing. You gained nothing. You gained absolutely nothing. Tell that to them, or let them figure that out, and oh my God, like you are gonna be hung. There is no way you're walking out of that without getting murdered. No wonder the French had so many freaking they had so much destabilization afterwards. I forget all the details, but I remember they got destabilized like immediately after World War One. Britain, I mean, destroyed their infrastructure. They destroyed, and they didn't even get hit by anything, and their entire nation kind of ground to a halt. There were so few men left, if I'm not mistaken. Germany, for some reason, they had an army to come back with. I don't know how that happened. But all the major players in that war, none of them gained anything and lost everything. It was the setup for the current civilization. See YouTube channel My Lunch Break. Well, that's an interesting way. Well, it is. So I would say that if you're going to look at the modern world, I would say World War I's the prologue. World War II is the crescendo, and then we're at the epilogue. French just drank wine. Britain had tea and crumpets. Yeah, exactly. But they destroyed themselves for a war that meant nothing to them. That was the hard part. And people were so on board with it that they didn't even realize how much damage they were doing. And they didn't realize it until way later. That's always been the part that's fascinated me. Germans had Schnitzengruben. But no, it's a very sad war that I actually find to be very fascinating, because it's such a strange war, because it's a war that has a bunch of treaties that are left over from a time that we would all consider to be archaic even by those standards, but they're still coming out of those time periods. They're still coming out of that. Politics turns slowly. And once they had done that, it set the stage to wipe out the civilizations that they were part of. World War I saw the death of the monarchy as we know it, and the establishment of the modern democracy in Europe. And I would say that was for the detriment of Europe. I actually believe Battlefield got it all wrong. Battlefield 1 got it all wrong. I genuinely don't see how the destruction of the crown for anybody was a good thing for Europe, because we see the effects. We now have people that are just so weak and just so simple-minded in Europe. It's just, they've just like, well, we don't have anything to really unify around, and they never had it without a king. Every single European nation never had an idea to rally around. They had a person, whereas the United States is very different. And it's one of the things that I think that America has done that I think is actually rather negative to the rest of the world, is giving them the idea that we can all be like America. Well, we shouldn't be like America. Or they shouldn't be like America. Oh, I got +2 with the Capellans. That's nice. Burn them. Let's see. The Badlands. Don't care about that. The Magistrate. Oh, Tundra. Okay, Tundra. That'll help me keep my my cooling down here. Let's make some money. Let's make some freaking money. All right, Wage Slave Jamal, you're going to be piloting the Highlander. There we go. It was also to end royal families and large nations or something like that. Well, what do you mean? You mean the goal of World War I or the outcome? Because I can definitely see the outcome being that. I don't think that was the goal, but I can be convinced. There's definitely lots of stuff going on in World War I and II that really, like, it's really convenient how certain things ended the way they did. But we're not going to talk about that right now. Because it isn't borderline conspiracy. It is straight up conspiracy. And I'm a firm believer that there's a lot of stuff that lines up very well because people see it and take advantage of it. You know, like any good strategist can see the writing on the wall at the end of something and piece the pieces together. Much in the same way that if you're watching a movie that has like a mystery or twist, you know, if you get enough of the pieces together, you can see how things are going to fall at the end. You may not know everything, but you know enough.
Command interface initiated.
It was something about ending empires from the results of the Napoleonic Wars. Okay, yeah, I can kind of maybe see that. Napoleon isn't my strongest history knowledge. World War II was just Germany's revenge. I don't think so. I mean, that's definitely a part of it, but I don't think it was... That's how it was sold. I don't think that's the case. World War II was a direct response from the financial burdens of World War I. But the thing is that every other nation required it. World War I never ended. They just got newer toys. Well, watch my lunch break. Look, I'll probably do that. Hold on, let me add them to my YouTube list. My lunch break. And then fart. Alright, got it. Done. Make it sound like a trumpet. This is where the satellite pictures show the hostile lands touching down. Move up and make contact. Let's see what we're dealing with. Expect serious resistance. Oliveira out. And god dang it. I had the wrong Marauder in there too. Blowhard, no. But I'm willing to believe the idea that the goal is to end the empires. But it's like everything else. There's the outcome, and then there's the people that... So, of course, you know, many people don't like royal families. When you have a royal family, you have tradition, you have a bunch of things in it. You also have a bunch of incompetence. But you also have a bunch of people that, especially in the British sense, and this is something I always found weird with Britain, is because Britain, of all the kings of Britain... Hello. An Annihilator. Okay. I want one of these two. Give me. I guess I came in during a deep discussion where Falker actually pauses y'all's vocal rivalry. I think we kind of discussed it, and I was like, oh, this is an interesting topic, because really, I don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. Oh my goodness. Jeez. We were just talking about, like, you know, Memorial Day. I didn't have much to talk about. I was pissing and moaning about how some jackass came in and tore down a historical structure to make room for a warehouse that, you know, for a business that didn't make any sense, and then abandoned it because it didn't work. And it was like, I don't understand.
Yeah?
And I just screamed in my own mind.
I'm going.
Alright, I want this.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
X gonna give it to you. Myth screams always. Well, I mean, look, that jackass needed to be put in his place, and I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, though. Fire! But then we got on the topic of World War I. Guy named F.L. Ames? No.
Good to go.
Though, maybe he should be named that from now on. Go down! Oh, yeah, you're done. Oh, you're done. Good lord, you got hit by those autocannon rounds. You're done.
Should have run when you had the
Put a fork in him, he's done. Yeah, I want that Annihilator. Jeez! Yeah, give me the Annihilator. Good lord, I want that thing. But yeah, World War I is one of those wars that's very interesting because we never actually see the end of it. We just see the continuation of it in World War II. And we separated out into different war, and I don't agree with that. I think that World War I and World War II is just a continuation of the same war. It's just that we didn't finish the fight, if you will. You know, I say we. America never should have gotten involved in that war. It was never our place. We should have just simply taken it on the chin. We were selling guns and weapons to a European nation, stick a fork in him, calling the Blue Russia. We never should have gotten involved in that war. It was never our business to be there. We wanted to be there because the powers that be really wanted to be there. And so they sent a bunch of our people to die for a war that we had no business being involved in. And it turned out to be a really bad idea. But even then, we didn't bleed ourselves white in the fight. Unlike some people who did. I'm looking at Britain right now. And France.
Systems holding.
What can I do for you?
And I find it so fascinating because,
Tell me what to do.
you know, it's always easy to look at things in retrospect. But if you know, I look at some things in history and I get fascinated by how they couldn't see the writing on the wall, right? Like the Christmas miracle. I believe it was the first Christmas of the war. Now Britain has a king again. Yeah, a king with pancreatic cancer. Yeah, no, no. They're not going to have a king for long. Well, I take it back. They'll still have a king. Because I think which prince is next in line? It's like the one that's 40-something or 50-something-year-old. He's actually not too old to be king, so it's not like he's a 70-year-old man. But like with the Christmas truce, the Christmas miracle of 1914.
Ready for orders.
A fascinating moment, and it's almost as if, you know, I know that some people don't believe he got here, but it's almost as if God reaches his hand down and says, "I'm giving you alleged cancer." A wife with alleged cancer. There's actually no proof of that. And I say that not to be mean or to be conspiratorial. It's just, it's weird. And I'm not going to go to that right now, but it's weird. There's a few things about that in my opinion, don't really make sense, but that's okay. Either they're very terrible liars, or I think there might be something more to that, but I'm not going to... Oh, wow. Headshot. Nice. Okay, cool. But the Christmas miracle is a fantastic example where, you know, the war started. Yeah, you've lost some people. There's some things happening, but it's not too late to stop. You can stop this. And it is an excellent piece of information where I look at it going like, how could you not see this? How could you not see an opportunity and take it? Where the soldiery rebel against the high command on every side and say, we're not going to fight. It is Christmas. We are going to have a truce. And you have the threat of peace.
It's okay. Damage is light.
A real threat that for a time actually stood in the way of these people going to war. And that's fascinating to me. Where, hey, look, you have enough people that are saying, look, I don't want to be fighting these people. I don't want to do this. I am not wanting to be here. And they had no reason to fight, and they all knew it, and yet the high command demanded they do it. Period. And instead of saying, look, let's come to the table and let's all go home, no.
Waiting for orders.
No, they demanded blood. And I was like, if that's not right there a symbol of the human condition, I don't know what is. It's not just the obstinate nature of it. It's not just the, no, we've started it and we're going to finish it, you know. It's just the idea of, I'm sure that none of these people figured that out.
Like enemy reinforcements.
I'm willing to put real money on the table that they did not see this as an opportunity for peace. They simply saw it as a threat to their power. I'm willing to put real money down. The idea that the soldier peasants weren't willing to fight immediately upon their command and go die in droves was not a wake-up call. It was an insult. And knowing what would happen, sorry, not knowing, having the information, knowing what would happen, they just ignored it. And they just said, nope, we need to do something about this so it never happens again. And they did. And they did. And instead of being honest and just letting things play out
That was.
and saying, hey, look, we have the opportunity to come home, they decided to hire snipers to kill their own people. So that's another piece of the Christmas truce people don't really talk about. The British and the German High Command, I wouldn't say colluded, that's not the right word, allowed the other side to hire snipers
Standing by.
that would then target certain people in the trenches. So that whenever because the Christmas truce didn't just start and end on Christmas Day. There was a bit of a small period after that. And so you have people that are actually saying, like, look, we can, like, why are we fighting? And so you have people that are threatening to just say, you know what, let's just go home. So what do? They start getting comfortable around each other. You know, the Germans and the British and the French started getting really comfortable around each other. So what do? They just hired people to shoot their own guys. To keep their heads down. To make them angry at the other side for daring to break the Christmas truce. And thus we have the continuation of World War II. That's not a conspiracy. That is fact. You can look that up. That's the part that kind of gets me the most. It's like, these people are so hell-bent on that war.
Commander.
They were just like, nope, 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 nope. I would rather kill my own people. I would rather kill them secretly because I know that if I do this out in the open, they'll string me up.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
That's the part that gets me the most. It's like, these people are just... It's almost like the people that go online and lie about, like, some kind of political agenda, when it's just like, your lies just make it worse. They don't make it better. It's incredible to me that we've never learned that same lesson. We just refuse to learn that lesson. Similar things happened in towards the end of World War II. I'm unaware of that. What specifically? Because at the end of World War II, we weren't trying to make peace with anybody. We had won unanimously. Like, you know, there wasn't anybody, as far as I know, trying to not defeat the Germans or the Japanese. Can you be specific? Like, what do you mean at the end of World War II?
Waiting for orders.
How's this guy outrange me with that? It doesn't make any sense. Oof! That archer's getting nailed. I think the redhead. I think the redhead Price and stupid wife are trying to get rid of all of them, just like medieval times. I don't think so. I think that. I mean, not to be conspiratorial, because that's not the truth either. I think the British royal family is a joke at this point. You've got a bunch of people that, I mean, aside from, like, what? Queen Elizabeth was the last monarch that ever was even around people with real power. Well, more on the Europe side. Japan would have killed their entire population for the emperor. No, they wouldn't have. The Japanese, was it the JLF? JLF? Or is that the Navy? I can't remember. The Japanese... I can't remember. The Japanese military was the one that was so gung-ho about, we must fight this war. We have to do all these different things.
Got the lock.
A Banshee. Even the Navy was kind of like that,
Yeah.
but less so. I think that there's definitely some of that, but I don't think that the entire... I don't think the entire military, the entire government would do that. Japan has been beaten before. They've done surrenders before. They didn't want to, which is fair. That, I mean, nobody wants to, you know, surrender, and it would have definitely been a nasty fight.
Armor breached.
Good to go.
Damage.
But I think eventually even the Emperor would have said, look, we're going to do this. I mean, they weren't doing terrible until we developed portable suns. No, they were doing terribly after the Battle of Midway. That was the turning point. That's when things went really sideways. Midway was the only reason that we did well. Other than that, I firmly believe that Japan's plan, when I look at what they did, my belief was this. They needed to make America not a problem. America was trying to be a problem. So the way they were going to deal with this was attack our Navy, where it would cripple our ability to move troops and air power around the Pacific. That would give them free reign to maneuver around the Pacific all by themselves.
What can I do for you.
And in return, they would
Sensors locked on.
invade, conquer, and hold. And their battle cry was, all your base are belong to us. You're not kidding about that either. And so, once they would have gathered everything they needed and actually hunkered down, by that time, the United States would be already in a position of weakness and be willing to negotiate so that they could still get the resources they needed from us, and then they would give us those territories back.
Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy.
Midway changed that plan. That is my theory. I don't have a whole lot to back that up. It just doesn't make a lot of sense because they knew they couldn't actually beat us in the field.
Here we go.
You know, Japan is a small nation. It can do a lot of stuff, but it can't knock out a nation like America. It just can't do it. What the hell exploded? It's an awesome. They were losing ground, but it wasn't an absolute rout until we gave them the hottest day of the year twice. No, they were losing ground like freaking wildfire. Between the British advances from India, the Russian advances that were being funded by the United States. Like, there's just so many different things that were happening. Japan was already bled white by the end of the war. I think their goal originally was to get us to be not a problem. And I think that was their end result. Is they made a plan. It was a bold plan.
Ready for orders.
It was a very, very dangerous plan. And it almost worked. I'm guessing that that influenced the song Disco Inferno. I've never heard it. I don't know. Maybe. Or if I have, I'm not aware of it. But that's my theory. Was they were going to hunker down so they can continue their and burn that mother down. My belief is that they were going to do all that so that they could essentially force the United States into a negotiating table, into a peace talk. They would cede all the ground they took, so like the Philippines and a lot of the places like New Zealand, places like that. I think New Zealand. I'm sorry, the Guineas. I think they would have ceded a lot of that stuff to us for the sole purpose of essentially giving them a complete open front where we would say, look, we're not going to get involved anymore. We played with it a little bit. We kind of helped the Chinese out a little bit, but now we're done. We're not doing this anymore. It's cost us too much. We can't really fight back. We have the manpower, but we don't have the Navy. You've already conquered the majority of the area, and now everything's going to be an upward hill battle. I genuinely think the goal was to actually get America to just simply agree to not be in the fight. And it just didn't work out. America, unfortunately, they did not hit enough of our piece. They hit a good chunk of our Navy, but that attack wasn't coordinated perfectly. They did a ton of damage, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It pissed off everyone, which, duh. And then on top of that, they didn't even hit any of our carriers, which was the prime target, and would have been the prime target.
Commander?
That in my opinion was the downfall. That's what screwed them over.
Here we go.
Had they managed to sink even a few of our carriers, they maybe could have won. But the fact that they didn't, and then they lost the Battle of Midway, that was it. You were done. That fight was over. Burn that mother down.
Ready for orders.
I know Fokker wanted to do history stuff this on Mondays now, but you got World War II history and World War I history. Yeah, suckers. I don't know why I just moved my arms like I was doing that for like a bunch of inner city kids, where I'm like, cross your arms, whatever. Germany did try to kill Hitler and create a new government to make peace with the Allies, but it failed. See the movie Valkyrie. They did. It did not work very well, and unfortunately, it paranoid the crap out of. Unfortunately. It paranoid the crap out of Hitler, but yeah, that movement didn't start happening until after the turning point happened. They tried, and nothing would have made the Allies happier, actually.
Roger that.
I'm just going to keep poking them from here. They're not doing anything over there. But actually, aside from the fact that it failed and some of the people involved, and I can't remember their names. Operation Valkyrie, I don't remember much about. I vaguely remember some pieces about it. I know the premise of it, but I don't remember all the little pieces about it.
Sensors locked on.
I know that a lot of people got killed over it. They didn't want to see their country get destroyed. Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to see my country destroyed either. Look, I understand entirely where they're coming from. You know, nobody wants to see their homes bombed out and destroyed. Nobody does. And I would say that's a noble goal, and if they unfortunately paid with their lives for it.
Critical damage
Good to
detected.
go.
It is sad that they did not succeed. I think the bigger problem would have been, what are you going to do with Goebbels and Goering, right? Which would have been his second in command. Or one of them, I can't remember which. They're all a bunch of weird... Look, those names were weird, okay? I don't know which one would have been the second in command, but they're all weird. But luckily, 2 nuclear bombs is all it takes to get anime. So, it kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Roger.
Aha! A Banshee. What the hell? I'm in caps lock. And Godzilla. Yeah, and Godzilla. See? Look. Ooh, 45. Ugh. Banshee shouldn't get a chance to run. What's up? What's up, Grim? We're discussing World War I and World War II history and all the different things that caused. It's great. Ron's not here to tell me that Hitler was right, which is really...
All out of long range.
I mean, that's actually kind of nice for once. Because I know every time Ron speaks, it's always about Hitler. He's obsessed with him. I don't know why.
Confirmed. Fire.
How was your Memorial Day, Grim? Hopefully it went well.
Waiting for orders.
Ron must have liked his mustache. I mean,
Firing everything I've got.
it's not really for me, but, you know, working you. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful. Look, my Memorial Day was fantastic. I went and got some was it like raw milk from the dairy, just like not too far from where I live. You know, I finally finished setting up my TV downstairs, so now it's fully mounted along with the speakers. And then we went swimming, and you know, got to see Geisha in her new swimsuit. So I think it's a win-win-win. I got productive. I got, you know, that's it. I am annoyed he destroyed that style for sure. I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of the pencil stash. It's not my thing.
Minor damage, Commander.
I find it a little it's just weird.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
I'm out of ammo. The pencil stash is never for me.
I'm guessing you didn't like that.
I walked roughly 2.5 miles and threw around heavy things. That was the extent of my productivity.
Standing by.
God, that just sounds so depressing. Why would you do this?
Aye, aye.
Nice. No, that wasn't
Reporting.
nice.
Critical hit.
You make me feel tired just listening to you. Fire!
Affirmative. Critical hit. All out of LRMs, Commander.
Bomb. See, that's the thing about artillery, is if you just keep pelting them with artillery, eventually they'll get the message. And the messages go down. I've never had a light beard or mustache only. If I wasn't clean shaven, it was a goatee at minimum. What?
Enemy mech destroyed.
Great. I don't know what that means, but okay. Oh god, there's reinforcements. Oh crap. Well, I guess I'll just sit here and wait.
Aye, aye.
I walked 2.5 miles just to get downstairs. How does that make you tired? No, just the idea of not only just doing that, just lifting heavy things and all that. I never did pencil mustaches or those. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, no. See, I got a beard. Nothing wrong with having a beard. What's wrong with y'all? There's nothing wrong with having beards. What's wrong with having a beard?
Affirmative.
What's wrong with having a beard? Fucker, why can't I have a beard? I have a full beard right now, though I don't let it get long. Yeah, I sometimes let my I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get lazy. Especially if I'm working from home. Like, the weeks that I'm working from home, I'm sure Geisha hates that because that's when I stop shaving. I shave once a month with clippers because I am lazy. Dude, that's what I do. It's nice to know I'm not the only one. I got a pair of clippers for that. Only my hair is buzzed. See that?
Moving.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's easier to just shave your head than it is to go in and... Okay, alright. There was one day, I was trying out for... Not trying out to. I was actually on the football team for a while in high school. And, say for a while. But, whatever. And I wanted to shave my head. And so I went into, like, the barber shop. And they wanted to charge me $35 to shave my head. And I was like, $35 to shave... It's a 5-minute buzz. Not even that. I could do this in, like, 2 minutes if I had the clippers. And their response was, the price is the price. And I go, what? Like, $30 to shave? This is 5 minutes of work. And there's nobody in here but me. Why? And they refused to work with me. And I was like, this is so stupid. Like, just work with me. Like, it's okay. And they wouldn't. They demanded $35. And I got up out of the chair and I said, don't worry about it. And they said, okay, you're lost. I was like, not really. It costs $35 for a pair of clippers. Like, this is not hard. Like, I'm not even asking you to, like, make sure everything is clean and even. I'm just clipping. They'll charge you $20 to buzz your head. Well, you know how much clippers cost? Even a crappy pair? They're like $25, $30.
Commander.
If you're going to shave your head, just go buy a pair of clippers.
Ready for
Save
orders.
yourself the effort.
Roger.
Yeah.
Fire! But yeah, no, it's weird, man. It's weird.
Good.
I never understood the concept. I have a $50 cordless clippers that I got 4 years ago. They still work fine. Dude, you like... Alright, I got mine for like 35 bucks. I mean, they work just fine. They're perfectly fine. They're perfectly adequate. They do what I need them to do. They're nice. I can use them indoors or outdoors, and I've done both. I'll shave with them. If I let my beard get too big, I'll shave with them, and then I'll go in with like a finer, a finer razor or something. Which I do need that. I need a new electric shaver. Yeah, no, I got that. I got all this stuff. I even have like the detail clippers or whatever. The
On my way.
I got like the all the different clipper sizes. I got all that fun stuff.
Firing on target.
Go down. And then I have little scissors that come with like little fine trimmers, whatever.
Receiving you.
Although I never use them.
Position confirmed.
Yeah, no, like you can get them pretty cheap. It's not hard. So it always astounds me that it's like, oh, for clippers, if I want to go shave my head, like that should be like a flat like $8 to $10. Why charge somebody $30? Oh, my time. It's like, well, yeah, but you just lost money. Like just shave your head. Just it's like 30 seconds. The person doing it, like if they're doing it themselves, it may take them 2 to 3 minutes. Because they have to do it themselves. But if it's you can see everything. You're just like, done. I never understood that. I never did. Oh, that's right. We're doing. Oh, god dang it. We're like this far in. I haven't even done a single flashpoint, which is the whole reason I started this. I got so distracted talking about World War I and all that other garbage. I completely forgot to do. I forgot to do flashpoints. Which is why I titled the stream what I did. Oh my god. I'm not incompetent, I swear, I'm just retarded. There was a place that was near my old job that was $10 and I could stomach that, but $20 even every other week was too much. Man, that's just... ugh. No thank you. Flashpoint. 1.75 hours and no flashpoints. I know. We're gonna fix it right now, though. Oh, it's for them. Ew, disgusting. Who's that? Purple parakeets. We haven't really fought the Federated Suns, but they are... Who's got any other flashpoints? Oh, we got one down there. Hey, the Draconis Combine. I wonder if they got... Oh, Commander, I have an important task for you. $180,000, 34 days. What's the payout? Consecutive deployments? No. I haven't paid for a cut since I was a kid.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Let's go.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Let's go. Flying through space. Whee. Okay, that guy's coming in way too fast for that. He just go right by it. He's like, okay, I'm going too far. Oh, man. Nah, man, like, I haven't paid for a haircut in a while. But then again, like, I've got people in my family that actually cut hair. So, like, I haven't paid for a haircut in years, regardless. I think my biggest annoyance, though, is that, like, whenever I want to get, you know, if I want to look nice, and Geisha hates this, like, I actually will go to them because I don't want to pay for haircuts. It always seems like such a waste. It's like, this is such a dirty maintenance thing, and I guess I'm so what's the word I'm looking for?
Top-notch work, if I may say so.
I'm just so spoiled now that I don't want to pay for haircuts. Whenever I hear people pay for haircuts, I'm like, oh, that's right. You have to do that sometimes. Ew, disgusting. I don't mean to be mean. It's just like I'm just so used to not paying for one. I get annoyed whenever I'm like, oh, I have to pay for a haircut. Why? I'm not gonna do that. I just shave my head. I don't want to do that. Pay for a haircut. I'll just get like I'll just put a bowl on my head, just like, just cut it that way. I'll have a bowl cut and look like a kid from like the early '90s or something. And hey, man, you know what? Those cuts work. They're easy peasy. I knew a kid in school who always had a bowl cut. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is such a weird dude. He's very charismatic, just a weird dude. Alright, let's see here. We're going to... no, contracts. I don't want contracts. I don't want those. No, I want the store. I want the company store. The Brotherhood of Bob needs to go shopping real quick because there might be something good out there. Archer, Commando, Cyclops, Javelin, Marauder 3R. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. I have a 3... Hold on, does mine actually... Hold on. Does mine... I don't think mine has one. Mine is a 3D. Okay, so that is the one that I want. I want the 3D, the 3R. Yes! Alright, so... Instead of actually, fighting them and getting them, I'll have to actually buy the parts piece by piece because this game, or this playthrough for some reason, just doesn't want to give me parts for a Marauder. At least not the one I'm looking for. These are not the parts you're looking for. That's not true. That's impossible. Star map. Well, I'm sorry you worked today, bud. I really am. That sucks. Oh, this is an actual, mission. Oh, crap. Well, Commander Myth, here we are, standing astride the ragged edge of civilization where the star maps meet their end. Thank you for joining me in this cheerless place. Most reputable mercenary companies won't venture this far out of the inner sphere. That's what gives us our edge, Bob. Throw enough money at us and we'll go wherever you want. In my 20s, I got one haircut a year. It honestly stopped being worth it for me by roughly 30. Let's go. Captain Genko Megorian of the Tsubaki Salvage Works. He's fallen into the clutches of a frontier crime syndicate. I need you to get him back. And you've come all the way out here in person to coordinate his rescue. The captain of yours must be quite a guy. Oh no, Miss Meyer. By all accounts, he's horrid. A rancid turnip that walks as a man. But this particular turnip found something of great value on one of his forays into the deep periphery, and House Karita wants it. I get paid extra and no one is here, so all good. Fair enough. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. I would do it too. Maybe. That depends. Technically, I'm always working. Based on my current job. Technically, I'm always working. A ship. I don't know what the kind. The ISF dossier that I received refers to it only as a derelict spacecraft of unknown origin. Fucker, aliens. We got aliens. Don't lie to me, fucker. These are aliens. We finally get to fight aliens. Oh my gosh, thank you. Finally get to fight aliens. The vagueness of the language is intentional, of course. The Korean intelligence community is quite adept at gathering information, but almost farcically bad at sharing it. No, you don't. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me! We know the type. I assume that your government sent you to recover this mysterious spacecraft. You overestimate my position, Doctor. My superiors don't want me anywhere near their precious derelict. On the contrary, the less involvement my superiors require of me, the better. Dude, me too. Me too. The less that my superiors talk to me, deal with me, negotiate with, the better. Good Lord. I agree with this statement 110%. The less I have to deal with people in executive positions, or even people at director level, or even people just above me, the happier I am. I don't belong out here, Commander. I feel the need to spiritually cleanse myself of this place, and so the moment my assignment is complete, I will travel to Herodotus? I don't even know. Where I will submerge myself in an ocean of vice. Oh, jeez, okay. All I need is Captain Megorian, and that is where you come in. That's fair. Understood, Shugo Yamaguchi. We'll get you your man. Now, have you got a name for the syndicate we're going up against? Does it matter? They're petty criminals. If they hadn't kidnapped a person of importance to the Combine, they wouldn't even be worth discussing. Alright, so this is what we call foreshadowing. They don't even have a name for this organization, because I'm going to go on a limb and say this is a big organization. A mean one. A horrible one. I'm about to go fight somebody that's like, oh, no, these guys are well known. You don't know, do you? No, I am sure it was mentioned in one of the interminable briefings I was subjected to back when I was saddled with this assignment, but that was 2 months and several dozen bottles of Calober ago. Don't look at me like that. I had to drink it quickly. It doesn't keep, you see. Yeah, it's very good. Good liquor never keeps, you know. That's why it stays around for years. Oh, you don't need any of that. This should be a simple job for mercenaries of your caliber. Just march in on with your BattleTech, shoot them until they stop moving, and get Captain Megorian back. What could be easier than that? Nothing, I guess. We'll get right on it. Music to my ears, Miss Meyer. Contact me again when you have Captain Megorian in hand. Yamaguchi out. You know, I've always had a suspicion that every one of our Great House liaisons is wildly incompetent on some level or another. Yeah, no duh. It's refreshing to talking to someone who just wears it right out on the surface. That's our Bob. I guess we're going into this one blind, so should make for an exciting day on the job. That's one way of putting it. May as well get our mech warriors ready to drop modern. The sooner we get down here, the sooner we'll see what we're dealing with. Yeah, no, I'm going to go on a limb and say these people are not exactly... We're going to be fighting... God darn it. We're going to be fighting pirates. Of course we're fighting pirates. Why would we not fight pirates? That would be ridiculous. I should not expect anything less. So let's do this. Let's drop the Highlander. Bring in the Marauder. Yeah, let's do that. I know the Highlander's more powerful, but let's see if we can play with the Marauder a little bit. I've spent a lot of time and money getting this Marauder. I might as well use it at least once. And considering the fact this is probably the last time we're doing BattleTech for a bit, I might as well get some play out of it. Weapons with the plus next to the name are rare and higher quality than stock weapons. The more plus signs you see, the rarer the item. Aha! So Disney needs to not just have Disney Plus, it needs Disney Plus Plus, and Disney Plus Plus Plus, and Disney Triple Plus, and Quadruple Plus. And they should charge more money for each one, but just offer the same thing on all of them. Disney needs to die. No! No, we need Disney.
Command interface.
Disney needs to be forced to sell off assets. That's what Disney needs. Okay, Commander. Our unidentified crime syndicate's forward base should lie somewhere up ahead. Stick your neck out far enough and you're bound to find it. Yeah, and who knows what else. I probably don't have to remind you of this, boss, but Shugo Yamaguchi couldn't tell us who these criminals are or what kind of firepower they're packing. Could just be vehicles and turrets, but I'll bet dollars to donuts they're stomping around in battle mechs. They're able to hijack derelict spacecraft en route to its location, so it's a given that they've got resources. Got into this situation with your eyes open, Modern. You keep your finger on the trigger and tell your Lance to do the same.
Let's get this over with so we can go swimming.
Wait, what? Who's going swimming?
Uh-huh.
I mean, what makes you think Disney needs to die? I mean, just look. Star Wars fatigue is settled in 110 ways. Nobody cares. I mean, hell, modern Hollywood is dying, and it's because they have rammed crap down people's throats for so long.
You betcha.
Nobody wants to go see anything they produce, which is hilarious. It's not fatigue, it's suckage. No, I agree.
The area isn't clear. Eliminate hostiles.
Well, it's like that Mad Max movie where it's like, you know, you made a Mad Max movie, and Mad Max isn't even in it. So what's the point of the movie? Like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Like, what part of that made you think that was a good idea? I mean, it's funny, it's hilarious, but like, what made you think that was a good idea? And so it's set to lose money. Which, okay, fine, like, you know, movies lose money, but it's like, yeah, but were you expecting it to make money?
Moving to position.
I'm not trying to be mean. I don't know anything about the movie. I'm just saying, like, I know people haven't gone to see it because I know people that like Mad Max, and not a single one of them have said anything to me about the new Mad Max movie. The same people who want me to watch all their favorite movies. They haven't said a word. So then,
Take this.
what's going on here? Except for the fact that they just don't care. And if they don't care, and they're big fans of Mad Max, that's it. Max spends half the movie tied up. They focus on strong women, and the entire plot is just run in straight line. I don't know how that made movie Furiosa is a whole different story.
Waiting for
I really wouldn't know. I've never really watched Mad Max at all. I think I watched part of Fury Road, and I don't know much about it. It's a character no one gave a fuck about, and they made a movie about her.
Let's get fired up.
Well, it's like imagine making a Spawn movie and not showing Spawn, or like what is it, the new Blade movie, like allegedly Blade isn't even like really a major player in the movie, and so it's like, well then, what are you doing? Like, why would you make a Blade movie without Blade? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? And the answer is, well, because. And so they're in like the fifth level of rewrites because they realize that nobody's going to want to see this movie. It's like, well, yeah, no one's going to want to see a movie if you don't have the main character in there. Nobody cares about the character that you just made up.
Got it.
You know.
Right here.
So, why that's surprising to them is actually kind of a mystery to me. And I know people will say, well, they need to come up with something more original, and they'll say the same thing, right? They'll say, oh, you said come up with something original, but you won't go see the original stuff. It's like, yeah, because we already know the caliber of what you're making. The caliber of what you're making is equivalent to dog crap. So why would I go see your new stuff? Make a Spawn movie all about Jessica Priest. Yes.
New sensor trace.
Yes.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Make a Spider-Man movie where it's all about Mary Jane and nobody else. Like, do you not see where this might be a problem? Like, what if I told you I was making pizza, but I gave you a hamburger? But I said, no, look, it's got cheese and bread and tomato sauce. Like, that's not, no. Like, original is risky for corporations. They will rarely do original. I think right now you have a lot of fear of originality because I think streaming has screwed up so much
Damage is
stuff.
minor, Commander.
She was a female stand-in for Chapel in the movie, except no one knew her character or gave a fuck. See, I'm not a Blade fan enough to know. I just know that Blade isn't like writer's hell. I think I have the Blade movies. I've just never seen them, which is sad. I'm not talking Blade. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, Spawn. Sorry, Spawn. I meant Spawn.
Standing by.
I don't think I've seen any of the Spawn movies. I know people are gonna get mad that I said that because I know people that love Spawn. Like they like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I just never seen it.
Firing.
Oof. Blade 1 and 2 were good. 3 sucked ass. I think the upcoming one is going to suck. Well, that's because it's in writer's hell.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And they've had to rewrite the script like 5
Coordinates
times.
received.
Like, literally, they had to rewrite the script 5 times. Or, sorry, allegedly. They've had to rewrite the script 5
You
times.
get a heads up.
And the reason they had to do it recently is because the studio found out that, like, the writers group or whatever was completely removing Blade from the movie. Like, there was, like, 3 scenes with Blade in it. And the story had nothing to do with him. Like, all the all the hallmarks of a modern movie, where they're like, oh, we're going to make a movie, call it this, but we're not going to even have it in there at all. which is really weird because I remember back in the day they'd make adaptations of books and they would have nothing to do with the book, you know? And it's like, well, at least they actually had the characters like in the name. Like, they may not have been the exact same characters because obviously they didn't follow the book, but at least they had the characters in the movie and it pseudo paid attention to the plot. This doesn't do any of that. It's just like, nope, we're just gonna ignore all that crap. Let's see here. The best comic book movies up until that point and probably after as well. I really wouldn't know. I'm not much of a comic book guy. I've owned I could probably tell you how many comic books I've owned, and the answer's probably like 12 total. And it's not because I have anything against comic books. It's just that most comics I just didn't have the money to get into. I just think Mahershala Ali is a bad choice for Blade. Look, I think I watched the first 20 minutes of Blade 1. And I didn't dislike it. It's just I don't know how much. I just don't have a lot of time to watch movies, and the time that I do, I usually spend doing something else. For some reason, every other night I spend my time, streaming. Weird. He was great as Cottonmouth in Luke Cage. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Oh, is he Blade? In the new one? I thought it was still Wesley Snipes. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's dumb. I mean, I know the Wesley Snipes. Yeah, I know he's a bit older now. Obviously, he can't probably do the same things he used to do, but that's kind of sad. I mean, to me, I would just be like, wouldn't Wesley Snipes be the go-to actor? But I know that he's, a bit older, so maybe they don't want to go with that. But he had the build for it, I think. Bye. But then again, I guess watching Neo as a 40 or 50-year-old man doesn't have quite the same appeal it used to. So, as a matter of fact, did that movie actually make money? That's an interesting question. Did Matrix 4 ever make any money? I don't think it did. He's older and he's lost a lot of his star power with being in prison for tax evasion. Oh, jeez, I didn't know that. They screwed him over. He probably won't do it anyway. Imagine being in like a medium to light mech lance and like 2 Atlases show up. Hit him with the rain.
Receiving you.
Let's just shoot him. Who cares? There we go. Yeah, I mean,
Generating a lot of heat.
there's some things that I keep track of, some things I don't, some things I just kind of hear in passing, and from what I can tell, tax evasion is sin worse than sex crimes to Hollywood. Matrix 4, $190 million budget, 159 global. Get fucking wrecked.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, I mean,
Got it.
I didn't. It was making a sequel to a movie that didn't need
When I
one.
shoot you, you'll take
And
it
it's almost like they were trying to, like, from what I didn't watch it, but it looks like they were trying to reboot the series, which didn't make any sense to me.
Too hot. I'm shut
I didn't
down.
really understand what the goal of that was. It certainly didn't need that sequel. No, it doesn't. It didn't. And I look, I will die on this hill. What Matrix needs is kind of like the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which also something I never watched, but for the Matrix. Show me a group of guys that are actually just on the front lines at the very beginning of the war, before they are able to jack into the Matrix, you know? Like, show me fights that are more like a drama with minor action sequences. Like, and I know people say, well, that's not a Matrix movie. Well, maybe not directly, but it's definitely not a bad movie idea or bad TV show ideas. They magic resurrect Trinity, who died in the real world, completely disconnected, and then give her Neo powers. Wow.
I'm listening.
Oh, so basically one of the Wachowski brothers decided that they wanted to have a strong female, the One, rather than actually just keep their own story. Completely subverting the whole point of the One. Yeah, no, and this is probably why nobody actually can. This is probably why nobody actually cares about it. It's worse than than 3. At least in
Ready to
3,
go.
they could say, "Oh, I like the Matrix, but I don't like 3." Now it's like, no, you just don't like this at all. Now it's garbage.
Position confirmed.
Roger that.
Yeah, when they've gone full crazy and are so fucking deluded, they try to retcon the Matrix as a trans allegory. Look, I have it on good authority that the mentally deranged people there say that it is that it was always a trans allegory. I couldn't tell you how, but I've it on good authority. That's exactly what it was. I know that because they tell me that in an interview, like that they did with like some weird magazine, and even then, one of the brothers wasn't even involved in it. You take that back. I mean, that's what they said it was. Now, I don't believe them because there's no way you'd ever gather that, but whatever.
Confirmed.
Like, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying what they said. I think they're full of garbage. I think that they made up the idea. They made so much money that they went absolutely nuts. And, you know, just like many other people, I think their fame destroyed them.
Yep.
And then that became their entire personality. That became the best thing about them was that.
Yeah.
Which is probably a fate worse than
Heading out.
death. They were already a bit crazy, but the fame and attention drove them mad. No, I agree. This whole operation is being overseen by the Bauman Group. Me and my associates, we're just pirates. Little fish in a big pond, but you take it from me. If you cross Notker Bauman, you are done. Appreciate the warning, but we'll take our chances. Secure the base, Commander. Take down anyone that stands in your way. Il Rospo? I think they were contractually forced into the 4th movie. How? Nice job, kids. Never seen a company dig its own grave as enthusiastically as you just did. You're all dead now, by the way. When Notker Bauman gets wind of what you've done. Yeah, we get it. Just give me a second to block your transmission, and done. There, that's better. Blessed silence. For my part, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on Bauman Group's computer systems. Anyone feel like placing bets on what we'll find in there? Just focus on recovering Captain Megorian's coordinates, Doctor. Shugo Yamaguchi isn't paying us by the hour. You're not fun, XO, but yes, of course. I'll get right on it. We're on out.
Mission successful.
How are they contractually obligated with the 4th movie? The last movie came out like what? 2000, like the early 2000s? Because Matrix 1 came out in 99. Geez, there were scenes in the movie that indicated they didn't want to make it, but Warner Brothers insisted. I thought the Wachowski brothers... The rest of the Toad and... Oh, jeez. I thought the Wachowski brothers said they wanted to do it, but maybe I'm just misreading the situation. I don't know. Alright. I'll have to look that up. But in the meantime, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. I'm not going to take as long as Nick Recato did, though. So it's not going to be 45 minutes, I promise. I'll be right back. only one was even involved. Yeah, exactly. Only one person was even involved. It seems Warner Brothers wanted to do it and got someone to write a script. They talked Larry into directing, and he wanted to quit at some point, but the cast convinced him to stay. I could see Keanu Reeves and people there saying, like, no, let's make this work. But, like, maybe the Wachowski brothers didn't want it. Or I guess, you know, maybe, I don't know. But I just... How are they contractually obligated for a fourth? I mean, they only had 3 movies, and they clearly wrapped it up, because if they wanted a fourth, they would have probably strung it out longer. I don't see how... I mean, hell, the fact that they made the first one, and it was the way that it was, even the first one had a well-rounded end. It was open to interpretation, like you could... They left it open for a sequel, probably not expecting one, right? Because the story was done. The Matrix 1 was done. You didn't need any more. But you had the building blocks just in case, right? And it was big. Bigger than big. It was the biggest movie of probably the decade. And I can see where that movie was so big, and I would argue that 2 and 3 aren't bad. I know some people have qualms about it. I do too. But the first one's really good. The second one is not so good, and the third one definitely is the weakest, but it still is not bad. But the story's done even at the end of 1. 2 and 3 are... I mean, 2 and 3 are the ones that have a continuous story. 1 has its own story. That's basically what it is. They're just all related. They left 1 open so your imagination could run wild. Exactly. It made so much money that Warner Bros. Immediately threw money at them and wanted 2 sequels. They filmed both back-to-back and released them in the same year. They did? They came... Hold on. Really? They came out the same year? Oh my god, they did. Oh my god. Jeez, I never... Holy crap, I didn't even realize that. Hold on. November 5th was the Revolutions. Jeez. The marketing hype was insane. Yeah, it was. I remember it, actually. I remember when The Matrix came out. Actually, when I first saw The Matrix, it gave me nightmares. Just because of all the really weird science fiction-y scary stuff. Those Samsung phones from the second film were selling for oh, dude, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna lie, I still want some of the freaking shades they got, man. And those cell phones, the little flip cell phones, like not even the flip, sorry, the slider cell phones, and the click. Oh my god, dude. If somebody said, "Hey, do you want to trade in your iPhone for this?" I'd say, "Kinda, yeah." I actually own the phone from the first movie. Jeez. That's awesome. So, like, The Matrix is still one of those movies that I absolutely love and enjoy. It doesn't actually snap open. What? It doesn't have, like, a spring-loaded snap open? That's retarded. Then why would they do that? It has to. I saw somebody open one the other day. Like, well, not, like, personally. I saw it on YouTube where they kind of clicked the button, it slid open. You have to slide it out? Jeez. According to Dr. Murad's interpretation of the files recovered, Captain Megorian is being held in a safe house somewhere under the ruins of Nivolchi. Care to fill us in the details, Dr. Murad? Yeah, I don't care. They modified it to do it. Oh, of course they did. That's just dumb. Zeta Lance has been moving Captain Megorian from location to location every couple of days. It's a GSM phone, so you were limited on what providers you could use at the time. So AT&T. So back then it would just be AT&T. No Verizon, no Sprint. Just AT&T, maybe... is it Cricket? Is it Cricket? No. Cricket was owned by Sprint at that time. What was the... What was the one that was owned by AT&T? Because every carrier has their subsidiary carriers that like basically give them access to the same network, same everything, but just cheaper. Sprint did in 2003. Sprint did not use GSM. They were using CDMA only, and it was one of their biggest drawbacks. It still is. Although AT&T and now Verizon are now switching back over to what is essentially a. I like how they're reselling. I like how they're reselling CDMA as eSIM. I think that's hilarious. and we're calling it eSIM. Oh, no, it's more complicated. It's like, no, it's CDMA. It's the exact same thing. It's just CDMA. But now we have a new name for it. It's called eSIM. And I find that hilarious that people think, oh, it's different. I was like, no, it's not. What do you think a CDMA phone was? It's an eSIM. Before the term eSIM. We just called it an eSIM. Well, no, but now it has more features. Like, no, now it has more tracking features. It's the same thing. There's no difference. It's literally the same thing. It's just the same thing. The Samsung phones from the second movie did actually snap out. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Alright, I'm just going to skip through all this. I don't care about this. Yeah, no, like, the Matrix, like, completely and utterly changed the world for just
Right here.
how movies were shot. It was shot amazingly. It was acted amazing. Dude, like, there's so much good stuff about that movie. Ooh.
Mech Warrior training complete.
It actually is one of those movies that, like, even now I go back and I look and I'm like, man, this movie is so good. Matrix one is great. I remember looking over all the correct Matrix code screensaver. The official one was almost completely wrong. I mean, I think I have one for my server computer, but it never turns on, and it's because I have it set on like a weird timer where the screensaver kicks in only under certain conditions, and I've never bothered to fix it. I still like that screensaver. I think it's fun. I also remember because I was little, I was still pretty little, or I was young enough to where I could be convinced of stupid crap. My stepdad at the time was trying to convince me that he could see the code too. He could see stuff in the code. And I would sit there and I'd try to figure it out. My server is headless. Get on my level. Well, my server is an old computer. So. It's just an old gaming computer. My server is that. Although I would like to upgrade it to like an actual server rack. It needs that. But one, I don't have space for it yet. It's on my list. My very, very long and very, very unlikely to occur list. Let's see. The Bauman Group. Let's make some money. I'm going to drop this off. Your stepdad was seeing high art in the code. No, my stepdad was seeing his ego in the code is what he saw. That man is, I mean, nobody should be that full. His stepdad was high. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds closer to the truth. Let's put it that way. If I didn't like anything that he liked, he got upset. Like, he liked all these cheesy, like, not say cheesy. Like, what was it? The Transporter. He liked the Transporter movies, and he took me to see one, and I was like, why? I'm not even a big fan. He took me, like, I think he took me to see, like, Transporter 2 or 3, having no idea what Transporter 1 was. And I was, like, going in completely blind, just not knowing what this was supposed to be. I didn't know anything about it. And he's like, isn't this movie great? I was like, I have no basis to understand what's going on here, aside from the fact that it's a movie that's just kind of there to blow stuff up, which is fine. But he didn't tell me that. And so I was trying to figure out what the movie was, and instead of just saying, no, it's just a basic action movie. At the time, I was like, well, I want to know what am I in for? And I never had that. Now I'm a little bit more open to just like, whatever happens, happens. But he never told me what it was about, so I was waiting for like a story, and I was like, oh, there's no story, it's just an action movie. Which is fine, it just kind of made it hard to enjoy. And so I said, no, it's alright. And he got mad. I remember him berating me for 20 minutes on the ride home about how I didn't have any appreciation for the finer things. And I said, it's an action movie. How many finer things are we talking about here, bud?
Command interface initiated.
Like, I like a good blow stuff up film. It's just that, hey, what's this movie about? You'll find out. It really isn't what I was looking for. Yeah, come on.
Ready for action.
I wasted time going to the bathroom. Now we gotta hurry up. You will like the damn movie or you won't eat. That happened one day, actually. That you joke. That literally happened one day. He made me watch Cowboys and Aliens. And
Affirmative.
I remember just going like, it's just not my kind of movie. I'm sorry, it's just not. I don't mind action. I like action movies. They don't have to make sense.
Got it.
But literally, I didn't like it, and he actually said, no dinner. I'm tired of your attitude. And I was like, I didn't say it was bad. I just said it wasn't really for me. Like, he's looking for my validation, and I don't understand why he ever wanted it. A guy at work was an extra in that movie. Oh, nice. That would make it a relic of the Star League. Ooh, okay, we're getting into the Star League stuff. Maybe I can get some good stuff out of that. So I need you to send me those readings right away. Nice. I know a friend of mine who I worked with him for 3-4 years. He said that he was going to go make it big in Hollywood. And I wish the best for him. I really do. I don't know where he is. Look for a 3.5 foot guy in there, I guess. Oh, jeez. 3.5 feet? Jeez. That's a short dude. Peter Dinklage. Ah. Maybe 4. Jeez. But, yeah, no, he said he was going to go make it big in Hollywood. I don't know where he is now. Maybe one day I'll look him up and kind of just talk about him a little bit. I hope he made it big. I hope that he's actually like one of those supporting actors that I just never seen anything. But the problem with getting in the work truck after him is a chore. Oh, jeez. The only problem with getting big in Hollywood is that you're going to be competing with people that are probably more, involved in it than you. And this guy was, he wasn't a bad dude. He was doing all the quote unquote right things. But man, it's just, I think the biggest drawback is his hair. He just had very dark, curly hair. And I'm like, you're never going to be a hero. You're never going to be, you're never going to be a dude that like, oh, you're going to be like in the next big movie because you're the hero. You're the main character. No, because you've got curly hair and you're smaller than me. I'm not a big guy, but like, well, I'm tall, but I mean, you're not tall. You're like 5'2". Like you don't have hero jawline. You don't have any of that stuff. Like if you're gonna make it big, you're gonna make it as a big supporting actor. You're gonna be what's that guy's name? Christopher Walken. What's tall to you, Myth? You need to be taller than me. And I'm about 6'2", 6'3". But don't tell anybody. Yeah, I'm not a short dude. We got drop pods. We got space marines. Lost on 5'9". I'll flip you over my shoulder. No. I'm not saying... Okay, so here's the thing. It doesn't matter. You want to know the biggest annoyances I ever have? When I used to be a lineman, okay? I used to be a lineman in high school when I played football, okay? I was the tallest lineman on the team, by far. It did not matter how much weight I could lift. It did not matter how much I tried. I never got bigger. I just got stronger. And so I never looked like the big nasty guys that I'd play with. I would just be stronger. And so because of my frame, the muscle just stretches out over everything. And so I would be fit, I just wouldn't look tough.
Target's taking a critical hit.
And so I could hit really hard. I would just look like a lucky little bastard. And it didn't matter how hard I tried. I could never gain the muscle mass, but I gained the muscle density. It was just freaking stretched out. No, I was a left tackle.
Good to go.
And I always felt bad because I had guys that were like, a couple inches shorter than me, and they looked meaner and nastier, and I could never gain the weight that they did. I just could hit as hard as they did and harder. You can be as strong as you want, but if the guy is 50 to 100 pounds heavier, you're at disadvantage.
Critical hit, Commander.
And the thing is that I was roughly their weight. I was taller. And so I never, I never had like that big, oh, look at my big old murder. No, I was just, I just had a lot of muscle density, I guess. I don't know. I would weigh roughly the same as everybody else. I could lift as much as they do, but I could never be as like beefy as they were. And so I'd be sitting there like on the weight, on like the bench press, benching as much as they are, sometimes more. There were guys that were definitely bigger and stronger than I was, but I was roughly doing what they were doing. I just didn't look like I could. I'd go lift the racks, and it's like, why do your arms look like toothpicks? So I was like, I don't know. I don't know why it's like this. I'm the dude who looks like he's going to run you over. I'm the guy that towers over you and goes, make my day. I'm not like Mr. Emaciated looking guy, but well, maybe I do now. Now I don't work out anymore, but like back then I would just be like, hey, I'm fit as a fiddle. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of fat on me. Yeah, I can run, I can do all this stuff, and I can hit really hard, and then I'll flip your ass over like a tea kettle. Maybe. Don't forget, I lived in a place for a long time that fighting dirty was the way to win. So just keep that in mind. You might be able to flip me over, quote unquote, but I might flip you in the process. Or not, who knows? Maybe I'm a little weakling now.
Waiting for orders.
I'm just a pansy ass now.
Got it.
Negative, lower center of gravity. I have the advantage. Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground. Maybe. But then again, I don't work out anymore either, so odds are you do. But yeah, no, even whenever I was training with a guy who did strongman competitions, this man literally would pull fire trucks. He would attach himself to a harness and pull fire trucks across freaking tarmacs. I trained with that guy for like 6 months, and I didn't gain I looked the same. I would get stronger, but I didn't gain the muscle mass, and it was probably one of my biggest annoyances until I accepted it. And I was like, look, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm just never going to look like I have any kind of meat on me. It's just going to be stretched out over the frame. There's nothing I can do about it.
Right, Commander.
And once I did that, I kind of was like, well, oh well. There's nothing I can do about it now,
Right, Commander.
I've had everybody tell me, no. Here's how you need to weightlift to get the meat on you. Here's how you have to do it. None of it's ever worked. I get stronger. I get more tone, but it never gets. I don't get like bigger muscles or anything. Which is fine by me. It's like whatever.
Kill for me.
Yeah, I'm not looking to be that one guy who used to do the the Old Spice the Old Spice commercials, whatever. You needed to eat more, but you'll always have to eat like that to maintain it with your build. That's why people like Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans get much smaller when they're not preparing for a Marvel movie. I mean, I can't remember what my diet was whenever I was doing it. I mean, my diet wasn't like crazy, like big, but like it wasn't bad either. But I would get strong. Like again, if it was my diet, I wouldn't get stronger. They're not that big naturally. Oh, I bet they're not. I'm sure they're on all sorts of. They got small when done with shooting. Oh, I'm sure they did. I mean, doing professional weightlifting and whatnot is not something you can do continuously. But again, when I say I didn't get any bigger, I mean literally, my arms would not get bigger. Like I would weightlift, I'd do all that stuff. Nothing, negative, nada. And I was annoyed by it for the longest time until I accepted it. I was like, no. And again, like I said, I wasn't like. I don't think I was like trying to freaking, protein dose myself or whatever. But I wasn't like eating a little bit. Again, I was burning through calories when I was a teenager. I mean, come on. Apparently I cannot shoot. Oh, there we go. Now I can shoot.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that would be the one nice thing in Hollywood is that if you ever get big in Hollywood, is that when you need to get buff, you'll have somebody there to literally tell you, okay, here's how we're gonna do this, and that's what you do for like 2 months, and then when you're done, you're shredded to hell.
Mission successful.
It's like the P90X thing. I was like, hey, we're gonna get you like completely and totally chiseled. And then, like, after the workout, you're just like, why do I feel like I want to die? You know? It's like 90-day abs. And, like, yeah, 90-day abs. And then you're going to die afterwards. There's a crab, and we'll do the jab, or the commando. But yeah, no, anyway, back to my point. I would like to see, I wonder where he is. I wonder if I could find him. Let's just do a quick Google search. I wonder if my dear friend is anywhere. Getting the abs is the easy part. You have to change how you eat, and you need to burn enough calories.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Let's see. No, I can't find him anywhere, so I guess he never got anywhere. The actual muscle is easy to develop, but showing it is the hard part. Yeah, that makes sense. Jeez, okay, another one of these. Good lord. Yeah, remember that original orbital platform, the one that launched all those drones? It's trying to talk to us. Oh, good. The damn thing has been pinged our comm system 5 times since you left the planet's surface. I'll pause for a second to let that sink in. If you say so, Commander. I'm establishing contact with the 300-year-old weapons platform. Buckle in, everyone. Shit's about to get weird. Oh, hello. Star League Relic. Apparently this thing knows who we are. My official designation is SLDF PT CGVR. I am the last surviving product of Project Triage, authorized 2765.06.12 by Major General Jeremy McLean of the 19th Army. I don't know what L in Latin is, but it's the 106th Corps. I have also been programmed to respond to any of the following information designation. Caregiver, den mother, Moderbjorn. Well, someone talking to me in that voice saying, shit's about to get weird, would prompt me to say weirder than your voice. Hey, look, I know I could do the high-pitched voices before I got my freaking vocal cords cut out. But like I said before, maybe y'all can't hear it, but I definitely hear it, and I'm still not used to it. I'm still not used to my new voice. Stop getting cancer. Well, I did. That was the point, right? Swedish Treasure, Mother Bear. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get another fight in before the night's over. I'm gonna just skip through this unless y'all really want to hear this. Have you tried not getting cancer? I did. I did try that, and it didn't work. So I had to go with the next best bet, which is cut it out. And again, weird cancer to get. But if it's one I was gonna get, yeah, I'd rather it be that one. Helping one another. You want us to do something for you. Figures. Everybody's got an angle, even an ancient computer. Of course. It was that carton a week back. Carton a week. No, good lord. See, I could probably tell you the number of times I've smoked, and it's not been many, and they were very far apart. That was a weird freak thing I got. Probably okay. So I take it back. No, don't take it back. I probably could tell you what it was. It's because I've usually. Okay, so this is gonna sound really stupid, but it's true. I used to be told that my voice would actually intimidate people, and so I would talk to people, and I would be told, "Hey, you know, people feel intimidated speaking to you." And I didn't want that. My stepdad was always somebody who was very much a person of, no, you need to come into the room and, lay down the law. Your voice needs to say everything, Well, actually, hold on, Gribbs. Cigars are different. You don't smoke cigars like you smoke cigarettes. You're not supposed to breathe in a cigar. But even if you do, it's not made of the same stuff as cigarettes. Cigar smoke just kind of lingers in your mouth. You're supposed to puff on it, that's my understanding, not breathe it. Whereas a cigarette is, you're supposed to like suck it down. Whereas a cigar, you're supposed to just like, puff it at your mouth. You're not. It's supposed to it's like wine tasting, But that's what I've been told. I don't smoke though. So if you don't breathe it in, like you're not sucking it down. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, so I was always told that my voice was too intimidating for people. and people did not feel comfortable talking to me. And so, and this was after I was working for one of my first jobs. And so I said, well, okay, I will try to change that. And so I made it a kind of a priority for me to kind of change the way I speak to people and my voice. And so it didn't matter my mannerisms, it didn't do it, but the way that my actual voice was enough to kind of make people feel a little uncomfortable. And I kind of wish I'd never changed it because, like, it used to, as I used to. I could go back to it if I really wanted to. It's just now it feels unnatural to do so. And I had been doing this for so long that even Geisha, I have to remind her that, like, oh no, there's like moments where I'll kind of get back into that voice if I get frustrated. I'll flip back to that voice. And she's like, it's like talking to a different person. What are these people? What the fuck were these people? Pussies? Yes, they were. But I was too young at the time to really know it. And so I tried to change the way I talked, and I did. And so now that's what y'all guys get to hear. Y'all get to hear the voice of that. The problem with that is that I had to raise the octave of my voice to not have all the bass and the deep speaking voices, I do the same. I tend to talk higher because I have resting fuck you face a couple of my size. I intimidate people. Yeah. Talking to somebody who's 6 feet tall and looks down at you and has the voice of thunder tends to make people feel very uncomfortable. It maybe makes people feel a little bit unhappy. And again, I'm not saying that I had like that, no, it just, my voice was deeper, right? So I'll do my comical, like I'll do this guy's voice and I'll make it awkwardly deep, like, oh yeah, or I'll try to anyway. But I've for so long been in the default phase, and I let these people tell me this, and this is one of those moments where you say, how could you let somebody do that to you? It's like, well, I was really, really young and stupid, and instead of me saying, hey, I just need to kind of live with that, I instead said, well, I'm going to change that. And so I purposefully kept forcing my voice into higher octaves until people were like, oh no, he's really, I don't intimidate people. But like I said, occasionally when something happens and Geisha goes a little bit too far or maybe gets under my nerves a little bit too much, I'll flip back to it for a split second. I don't ever mean to, I just do. And she'll go like she'll go from like it's like talking to a different person, not because of what you're saying, but because of how you're saying it. And I'm like, sorry, don't mean to be like. I'll go from like my normal voice to like, fuck you and everybody will die, And the other day, she actually asked me to try to talk in my normal voice, and I actually had to strain to do it. Because it's still there, but I have to kind of remember how to do it. It's really weird because I've trained myself for so many years to just, the moment I wake up, the moment I go to bed, I'm in the same voice. I don't think I've ever been intimidated by someone's voice or stature. I haven't either, but then again, I'm always taller than everybody else, and I've been in enough scraps to not care, right? If you want to throw hands, let's throw hands. I don't care. I don't want to. It's not something I'm interested in doing. I don't ever want to do that, but I've been hit enough to know that, getting hit's not the end of the world. And I'm usually taller, so even if you're roughly my size, it's not going to go the way you want it to go. Let's do that. Whatever. But there was one time where she just wanted me to talk in my normal voice, and I had to like kind of preface myself and prepare myself for it because I was like, I have to like kind of remember to do that. I was short throughout adolescence, so I got over people being taller real quick and never backed down for people. See, I don't really care. Like, I just never cared. I never really, being in fights was never something I aspired to, and I never saw people as, fighting was never something that was really worth the effort. I don't like the effort that I had to put into it. Like, there's 1,000 other ways to do it. Fighting just seems like the least effective one for me. Maybe if your voice is super feminine, I might be put off. No, see, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to make it to where people weren't, like, being uneasy with me. So I just went that way. I wasn't looking for fights, but I wasn't letting other people walk all over me. Oh no, I don't either. Like, I know I let family do it, but that's about it. Like, I don't let anybody else do it. Family is about as far as it goes. Alright, my maximum tonnage is 75 tons. Alright, so I could take the Marauder. That's 75 tons. The Warhammer is... How many tons is this Warhammer? I forget. That's 70 tons. How much is the Thunderbolt? 135 tons. 240. What? 240? Oh, 65. 65 tons. I was looking for fights, but I wasn't looking... no. But no, I wasn't trying to make my voice effeminate. It was just to be, like, less threatening. 240 is force times 60, yeah. What if I do... What's the Highlander? No, Highlander? No, Highlander? No, okay, we can't do that. Black Knight, 75. Or some heavier... No, I don't think I have any mediums. If I do, they're in storage. I'd have to go get them out of storage. Yeah, I've got... Oh, that's right. I can ready this Centurion.
We'll have it warmed up ASAP.
The crab is there. It's just basic work, though. I can just put the archer into... Let's just sell the archer. Just scrap it. I don't need it. Just give me the money. Let's see. Mediums. What else we got? We got... The Hunchback. I got the Hunchback.
Got it. Shouldn't be long.
That work order you submitted?
Alright, now let's
is
see.
complete.
Let me guess. Are they stripped out or not? I can't remember. Yeah, they're stripped out. Okay. And what's this? I forgot. How many tons is the Hunchback? I forget. Of course we're gonna put the AC-20 on him. Of course we are. Because we're not troglodytes here. We need AC-20 ammo. And AC-20 ammo goes in the feetsies. That's where it goes. Equipment. +2 accuracy ballistic. No, we don't need that. And let's throw in some medium lasers for funsies. Oh, no, we need heat sinks. Heat sinks. 2 heat sinks. Heat sink. Heat sink. But this way, whenever I explode, I'll explode and go flying. Weapons, we need... What, wrong one. Lasers. Medium lasers, they're firing all around. But yeah, no, I let those people. I let people talk me into thinking that I was more intimidating than I think I had any right to be, and so I instead of saying, well, I'll just have to kind of find ways to talk to people to make them feel more comfortable. I did the easy route, and I just said, well, then I'll just try to change my voice, which turned out to be not the easy route. And I'm kind of now stuck with it, because now it's just my default voice. But I know it's not my default voice, because now that ever since I had the surgery, I can tell it's not my default voice. But I'm just so used to doing it, I don't go back. It's weird. It's very weird. So, like, my ability to speak long-term has actually been hindered by it. So, it's very possible that the fact that I did that may have actually, contributed to some of my problems, is that I purposely kept pushing my voice to higher and higher levels to do that, and that may have been one of the reasons why I got that problem. And I say that now that I'm thinking about it, realizing, yeah, but I'll keep doing it. Because I'm like, damn it. Let's put some SRM6s in here. And then I need some medium lasers. Medium lasers, they're firing all around. Medium lasers, they'll knock you to the ground. Heat sink. Heat sink. Oh, I need some AC-5 ammo. I need AC-5 ammo. And we need some SRM ammo. SRM ammo. And let's see, AC-5, 2 SRMs, medium lasers, 2 heat sinks. Heat efficiency is garbage, so let's put another heat sink in here. It's not the best build, but it'll get the job done. Good enough for government work, right?
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
And the Hunchback and the Crab. I haven't even looked at the tonnage. I don't even know if this is even, I don't even know if this is going to work out.
Job's done, Commander.
Let's find out. Maximum 75 tons. Okay, we got a crab. Centurion. It's 100. Gee, that's 50 tons. Okay, how much is a hunchback? Jeez. Okay, alright. So really, I can only just take like one freaking mech, and that's it. And I did all that work for nothing. Okay. Well, let's take something with some major firepower then. Ooh, a Durgan. Durgans are light. That's 60 tons. So we're going to drop you off. Drop you off. Hobo's going in solo. That's 75 tons. Black Knight. That's medium lasers and PPCs. Yeah, but you overheat too much. You don't have any good long... I wish I had a Warhammer for this. I wish I had a Warhammer with... I mean, that's 70 tons. I mean, my Archer's not bad, but it's got ammo, and that scares me. Taking a Archer into a fight scares the crap out of me. How much the... 1040... How much armor does that thing have? 1120. It's got more armor. Double heat sinks. Screw it. We'll just go in. We'll go with the Warhammer. It looks like it might have more firepower than that. Okay, fine. I don't have a 5-ton mech. I don't have any lights lying around either. So, it is what it is. Let's see what we got. Let's see how utterly boned I'm about to be. But you've capped me off. I don't know. I don't get that. Why cap me with my freaking my weight tonnage? Oh no. You can't bring a 80-ton mech here. You can't bring 275-ton mech. No. You have to bring in what we say you bring in. Retrieve Captain Gaku Megorian and extract safely. I forgot. Am I the I can't even remember if I'm the distraction or not. I can't even remember. But oh, that's right. I forgot my Warhammer's got terrible heat dissipation. So this is going to be fun. Essentially, I'm going to have to like fire one round and then just let go the next round.
Command interface initiated.
Yeah, but I genuinely can't remember if I'm actually the. No, I'm not the distraction. They're the distraction. I'm supposed to be going up here.
Enemy detected.
Aren't they supposed to be distracting these people? Why wasn't there 240 tons? Why one mech? No, it is 75-ton limit. Or no, was it? Hold on, time out. Oh crap, it's gonna just take me back to the loading screen. God darn it. I thought the cap was 75 tons total. Did I misread that? Was I just being pissed off for no reason? It was 240 tons total, 75 limit per... Oh, god dang it! Alright. I'm retarded. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. Because that makes more sense. I was about to say, like, that means the only thing I can take here are light mechs, which is terrible. Like, I don't have any light mechs. Alright, let's try this again. Because I have light mechs for that. Good lord. I mean, I have less heavy mechs for that. Alright, Warhammer. Beach ball. Glitch. And then Wage Slave. Alright, so we need... How much is the Highlander? Oh, there's too much. Black Knight works. Archer works. Oh, you're right. Maximum 240. Good lord. I'm just retarded. I'm just retarded. I'm just retarded. I'm just retarded. Like you were going to get fucked up. Yeah, I was. I was about to be introduced to the thing called the Bad Dragon. That's 215. And let's see. Can I throw in the Centurion? Oh, just over. Okay. Curb. 265. How about Hunchback? 265. Okay. So what if I trade out Black Knight with a Centurion and a Hunchback? 240 tons. Boom! This gives me some firepower. This gives me more firepower, and these are not too bad. Can you not math? Not really. Math is not my strongest point. That's why I've got an Asian. Okay, that's why I keep an Asian around. They're better at that stuff than I am. Ironically, she's not very good at math either. This is literally what I said before you started the last time. Shh, 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 shh. Don't. Just don't do that. Look, okay, it's okay. It's okay, kitty. We're about to go to bed. We're gonna do one more fight, and then we're going to bed. Plus my Centurion, who I've had since the beginning of this playthrough, and I've used like 3 times, and has gotten the ever-living crap kicked out of it every single time, is finally going to be able to redeem itself. At the very end of our campaign.
This whole planet could use an air conditioner.
I said some heavier mechs and some mediums, and you could choose one heavy. No, I chose 2 heavies.
Coordinates received.
Confirmed.
And man, if I could, I would strip I would strip one of these things out,
Moving.
a Hunchback out, and just give it an XL engine and one small laser, because it's funny.
Sensors have something.
No, you chose one Warhammer before I reminded you that you fucked up. I thought the total was 75 tons, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. But all right, whatever. That sounds like a really harsh deal.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
That's right. Look, it's just a
Waiting on
commando.
you, Commander.
It was going to be far worse. I should have let you run with it. Hey, look, if I had come out with it, would you have been like, dude, that was pretty cool?
Sprinting.
I think that would have been pretty cool. If I had managed to make it out of there with a Warhammer, that'd be awesome. Medium lasers, they're firing all around. If you came through it with one heavy, I would tell you to buy a lottery ticket. You see, I would never take you up on that bet, and here's the reason why. My luck never does that. I burned all my luck when I literally guessed all the answers in a math test when I was a little kid. I guessed all the answers in a math test. I just looked at the numbers and wrote random numbers down. I made a 100 on that test, and I looked at that paper, I looked in the mirror, and I said, that's it. That was it. I would never get lucky like that again. Period. End of discussion. That was it. I made it. That was that was my cue that I said, yep, did everything I could. That's it. We're done. That is a 110% true story. I randomly wrote numbers down, and because of the speed at which I did that, my mother and my sister both believed that I was a savant with math, and I said, nope, I guessed everything, and they did not believe me.
Got it.
This game would never let you do it, so if you pulled it off, you would definitely be a carrier for the luck virus for that day.
Did you see it?
I don't know, man.
Commander.
Well, Warhammers can do amazing things, that's all I'm saying.
Roger that.
Also, Centurions are cool, but the Catalyst model is garbage. I like this a lot better. See, this looks kind of chunky. You know, he's not chunky, but he's a little chunky. Whereas the Catalyst model, he's like thin and weird. I don't know why. You know, unlike the Warhammer models where you have the base and the like. it has to be like a certain weight, or no, the catalyst model don't have to be that way, so they can still make it chunky.
Ready for orders.
Let's go! Oh, look at that. What's up there? It's a commando. Soon to be a former commando. Ooh, is that a rifleman? And a vindicator. What kind of rifleman is that? A 3N. I've got one of those. But there's always room for more. There's always room for more of them, right? Alright, you are completely undefended, so I'm going to take you and shoot you. But I need to make sure the rifleman doesn't get me in the back. Yeah, I'm okay if the commander shoots me in the back, but I don't want that one to shoot me in the back.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
There we go. Oh, I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Finally, some Warhammer time. Fire! There you go. Look, you don't even need that PVC.
I'm guessing you didn't like that, did you?
Oh, I also forgot to tell Faka that I burned through a bunch of money today. Good lord. I just fired through cash because I had all these little projects I wanted to work on. I was like, it's Memorial Day. I'm gonna go see if I can get some deals on stuff, and I did. I got some deals on things, but good lord, it was not worth it. I need some new shelves. I needed some tools.
Minor damage, Commander.
Yeah, no, it was not worth it.
Receiving you. On it.
But luckily, I'll get some new shelves tomorrow.
Targeting for an
Oof.
Alpha Strike.
That AC-20 sounds like it hurt, buddy. Just blew your leg clean off. 1 minute it was there, and then it was just like, boom, gone, like an old school cannonball. Now let's finish this guy off. There we go. Look at that. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're seeing sunlight through that armor there, bud. As he's swaying back and forth. Somebody get this man a lighter.
Yeah. Confirmed.
Because you swaying like you at a concert, son. Ah, the lovely sounds of exploding commando. At least Grim laughed, good lord. I was expecting Fokker to laugh, maybe somebody else, but good lord. I was like, man, I guess nobody gets that. I guess nobody thinks that's funny. I think that's kind of funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the funniest guy in the world, but I thought that was pretty clever. Man, how did this guy just eat an AC-20 to the face?
Firing everything I've got.
Boom! There goes that arm. Whee! And some poor bastard was walking his dog and just got slammed with a freaking arm from a rifleman that got blown off.
Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
It's getting hot in here.
Lock in target.
Bye-bye.
I got him.
The asset has been secured.
Yep.
And is ready.
Done and done. Look at that. Look at that. And black screen. Flamas generate no... Oh, sorry, it's gone now. Now, I hope the repair for that Centurion was... Yeah, nothing good in there. Alright. Well, that was productive, although I didn't do a single... I didn't even finish a single flashpoint, I don't think. Which seems like kind of a waste, but we're already over time, so... I've never had a mech warrior eat... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think at the beginning of this campaign, I think I had one mech warrior that ate a loss. Like, got blown up and didn't die. And it was by just happenstance. We're going to skip through this because I have to go. I need to get to bed. I unfortunately have to get back to work. Night. Yeah, we finish this up. Hopefully there's no more freaking flashpoints here. We're just going to skip all this because unfortunately we don't have time for that. Did you fail? No, I won. And actually, I mean, I wouldn't have won with a single Warhammer, but I probably could have beaten it with like a Warhammer one other thing. $750,000, and what do I get? LRM 10. This is garbage. I could buy this from any store. This is garbage. This is trash. How is this supposed to be a good thing?
It's cleared for fighting.
Cry more, noob. No, I will not cry more. I will just simply say this is a waste. Where's the double heat sinks? You can never find those in this universe. Where's my ultra auto cannons? Where's my medium pulse lasers? My ER medium pulse lasers or something? You know. Where's all the good stuff? I thought the flashpoints were supposed to be like cool stuff you can get. Like, hey, I know you didn't get them in the main game. Now you're gonna get them here, and they don't have anything. Nobody has double heat sinks, and if they do, they're super freaking rare. Anyway. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Happy Monday. You chose this. I did choose this. And actually, Fokker, if I was to play Rome Total War, which faction do you want me to play? You want me to play you want to play Rome? Actually, no, I think I can only play Rome. You want to play Rome? And which Rome do you want me to play? The blue, the green, or the red? Because, I mean, look. I don't mind killing all the Celts again. It's fine. Look, they're not even people. They're barely human. I want you to play the faction that gets us History Night again. Alright, see, I have to prep History Night, though. That's going to be harder to do, because I'm also prepping for our... I've forgotten what that was like. Well, they're on YouTube. I'd probably more just, like, riff, instead of actually preparing something specific, because, like, I could read up on the War in Gaul. I just don't know when I'd have the time. So if I actually was going to do History Night again the way I used to, I'd have to read up on, like, Caesar's conquests in Gaul. And I'm not going to lie, that was one of the... I know of that moment in history. I know there's different pieces of it. I've read certain parts of it, but I've never actually read Caesar's, I guess, memoirs in Gaul, which I wouldn't trust, but it would be something. Read up on the Great Caesar's Ghost. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Okay, we're done here. We're done here. I'm very unhappy now. Thank you so much. I am thoroughly displeased by that statement. Oh my God. You make me sad, Patsy. I'm very cross with you. Yes, very. I'm very cross with you. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you all again soon. Fokker, just let me know in Discord which Rome you want me to take over, or which one you want me to use. I can play as the Scipio, or the Scipii, the Julii, or the Bruttii. Each of them has their own separate campaigns. In the original one, the Julii take on the Gauls and the Celts. The Bruttii take on the Greeks. And the Scipii really just kind of invade Africa. And that's kind of it. It's kind of, that's all they do. They take over Africa and they kind of Julii. All right, the Julii it is. We're gonna look. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna exterminate every single settlement I come across. I'm just saying that every single settlement that I go into contact with may or may not have a drastic decrease in population when I'm done with them. Because, I mean, who wants to crossbreed with these people? I mean, I'm just saying. There's a reason they killed them all. What's funny is my lawyer friend is actually Celtic. He's got Celtic genetics, and he's like, they almost killed all of us. And I was like, yes, they did. They almost did the world a favor. They almost did. And he gets so pissed off when I do that, because he's like, that's so fucked up. Anyway. Good night, everybody. I hope you had fun. I know I did. We were all over the board tonight. Okay, I'll tell you what, fucker. I will try to get some kind of historical stuff prepared for it. No promises. I'm at the same time preparing and writing stuff for our own campaign that we're going to do for, when we eventually finish Baldur's Gate 3, or somewhere near the end of that. Hopefully we'll do a dry run through Alien RPG, and then I'll put an actual story together for that. So I will see what I can do. Have a good night, everybody.